For the Thrill Podcast. You tuning in now. Profit, talking about life, talking about it all. Representing clean and nasty. Enjoy.
Money well spent, I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last $5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my competition smooth out of the box. Till the word can't be removed out of the block, and y'all cut like to be removed out of the drop.
What's good in the hood? This is For the Thrill Podcast, episode 63. And I got the homie, Automatic Profit, back in the building, clean and nasty with the clean shave, you know what I'm saying? Last time he had the long hair, don't care. What's up, boy?
Good, man. Yeah, Automatic Profit. So it's funny because Automatic is like my skateboarding name, right? Profit is my music, like artist name, you know? So on Instagram, I put Automatic Profit. Because it's hard to find one or the other, you know? So it makes it distinct.
You know what? I don't even think we dove into that too deep last time. So the artist is just Profit.
Yes.
But the skater is just Automatic?
Automatic, yeah.
So, but for the Instagram, you just combine both.
Automatic Profit. Now some people will call me Automatic Profit because they just know me from social media.
Yeah.
People from back then, they just call me Profit. A lot of people just call me Profit.
Yeah.
Some skaters call me Auto or Automatic.
What do you prefer?
Profit.
You prefer Profit? Okay, that's good to know. We got Profit.
We got Profit. Yeah,
Profit in the building. Actually, I was doing an episode. I don't know if it's the last episode or the episode before, and I was talking about when I was talking about the song we did, and I was saying I said your name. I think I did say Automatic Profit.
No.
And the co-host. Shout out Third Eyesight. She was like, "Oh, that's a dope name." She said, "I never heard that before." So
it does have a ring to it.
Yeah.
Though. Automatic Profit,
yeah,
right?
Man.
It does.
Automatic Profit sounds good, man. And honestly, I think Automatic Profit is distinguished. Like if you Google it too.
Yeah. So that's one of the issues with like when I post music because it's just Profit.
Yeah.
But then you look up Profit and it's like Messiahs and all this stuff, and it's like hard to find music. You know, my music.
You might have to do Automatic Profit, man.
You put clean and nasty in there though, and you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you add clean and nasty.
Okay. Because this is so unique, you know.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, that's definitely something.
And that's
talk about.
That's my name as a publisher. Is
clean and nasty. Yeah, that's right. You did talk about that last time with the you got your own publishing company and shit like that. That's dope. So this podcast is gonna be more on Profit on his end because last time we did have the Clean and Nasty crew, or should I say former crew, that was on episode, I believe it was like 39, something like that. It was about a year and some change, maybe?
Yeah, it was
a minute ago.
I'd say about a year.
Yeah. So after that, I know a few things came about. Lil Giant was actually on here. He spoke a little bit, not too much, but he spoke a little bit about the separation and whatnot. I know what we talked off the podcast. Same thing like I spoke with Lil Giant that I was going to have you on. Same thing like I said before I had Lil Giant on. I said that I was going to have him on. Remember that? And that's one thing I wanted to make clear. Like, look, I wanted to keep it real with both of y'all. Like, I know you both you guys, whatever you're going through at the time. But look, I'm going to let y'all come on and say a piece of y'all's story. And I know you wanted to express yourself a little bit because if I don't, like we said off air, if I don't address it, then it's just going to look like, all right, he came on with Clean and Nasty. Now that team is no longer together.
Okay.
Let's get to the meats and potatoes early.
All right. Meats and potatoes.
Get it out of the way.
The Clean and Nasty team is together. Some people left though. You know, so the team's still together.
All right, like this. Right, the whole team. I still got my Clean and Nasty team.
Yeah.
Some people
exited. You know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, so completely fine, right? Things happen, you know, when you're building anything up.
Yeah, of course.
You know, people come and go.
Yeah.
You know, grateful for everybody that was ever involved.
Yeah.
You know, fans, family.
Yeah.
Everything. But, things have changed up a lot from the last time I was here on the podcast. So, Sybil and Lil Giant that were on the team at the time are no longer on the team. There's a bunch of people, though. Like, right now, hold on, let me see. Tell you who's on the team, basically.
Well, the Rolodex.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. We still got people on the squad.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I guess that's another thing. Why this podcast is for. Like, if you want to clear any air. And
Yeah.
like
Well,
that,
I'm Prophet,
you know what I'm
right?
saying?
So me, I'm a skater and an artist.
Yeah.
You know, and whatever else I can get my hands into. You know, I'm real creative.
Yeah.
So Prophet, Mac Truck, Kevin, Marcus, aka the 13th Vibe. What the heck? Got Slippery Gun, Phantom Wolf, Jarrell, Trung, KP, and like, you know, we in the mix, doing things, you know, working together. Got different visions for a common goal.
Yeah.
See how we run it, you know.
No, definitely. You got the team.
Okay, so back then, I know I was talking about like also bringing in the skate talent with me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I had more skate talent. I was like, oh, we'll probably do a podcast with them.
Right. That's what you said you was thinking about moving towards next.
So even further from that, because I know I mentioned even Tarzan on the last podcast, and he's no longer with the team no more. You know?
Yeah, you did mention Tarzan. Yeah.
From when we were on the team, these other people. So Greg was on the team at that time. Tarzan, we had got another.
He brought his notes today.
No, bro. No, it's a lot that's going on. And I'm like,
it's been a year. Like,
I'm real well known in the fact, like, you see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out there, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Making moves.
Yeah, you're definitely one of the artists that's been grinding for a minute. And, like, even back, like, when we met probably 10 years ago, bro.
Yeah, no, I've been
doing Club Groove days. That's when we met, Club Grooves, right?
But I'm more of a private person as much as that I do, like, music and skateboard and like, post stuff. Like, rarely post anything that's real close to me. Yeah. You know, like family and stuff. Yeah. Because this is what I'm promoting. This is the entertainment. This is what I'm giving to the world, you know? My personal life, my personal life. Right. You know?
Kind of like when we spoke off air, like, we kind of got to do this as artists, as business owners. We got to be out there in the crowds and pushing the content.
Yeah,
and shit like
that. I'm real to myself, actually. But I'm a social person. So I can talk and we can, you know, have fun, laughs, and kick it and be like, yo, check this out. You know, do a kick flip down to the hip or whatever. Like, yo, we're having fun. We're having a good time. No matter, like, if I'm out, like, socializing at an event, like, for art or something like that. Like, that was a recent show that I did. Yeah. And, I'm talking to people, networking. I see you doing your thing, like, art would, you know?
Yeah, facts.
Stay connected. We got a network. Network. So, I was saying, we also had Kat Bali that used to be on the team. She used to be the manager, right? So there was people that left recently.
So you want to give us like a brief timeline of what's going on?
Okay. So the timeline is going to be from the last time I was here.
Okay.
That's because that's what everyone knows. Yeah. Last time we were here. Okay.
Have you been on any other podcasts in between, or?
No.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is like, getting people up to speed and up to date.
It's so much, you know, and I already don't like talking.
About,
like, personal stuff. Well, but this, like,
I appreciate you coming back on for the real.
This is not even like really personal stuff. It just pertains to the business.
Like business,
how Clean Nasty's growing. And what it's been through.
Well, see, that's what we're here for. Yeah. That's what I want to do. I want like update the fans what's going on. And again, last podcast it was more of you promoting the team.
Yeah, because I was putting my team first. You know, like I knew you and me are cool, so I was like, oh, I'll get a solo podcast later. Let me put some of the artists on. You know. And then I even mentioned, I know. And then, you got to stay on your grind. But even the skaters, you know, like, or the artists, like, I wanted to do sections of the team, bring them on, and then I was going to do me.
Right.
Now, like, a lot of the skate team is gone. The skate, I wouldn't say team, but the skate section of the Clean and Nasty brand, you know.
Why?
Things that happen. So, Bryce. So let me explain.
You got names.
Yeah. Go back. Who was on the team? So Kat Bally used to be like our manager type deal. We had Bryce, Civil, Bambi, Jordan DeLeon, Lil Giant, Nova, Lance, Orion, Violet, Cyborg.
Yeah, the football team.
You know what I'm saying? They were all on the team though. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like a lot has happened. So after we got off the podcast with you, you know, shortly after, Bryce, he had his own personal things going on. So he messaged me and he was like, oh, I want to step out and like focusing on some other things right now. And I was like, all right, cool. Like respect. Reach out to him, asked him if there was anything.
Shit happens.
Yeah, and I was like, cool. you know. So I was like, all right, man. But that was one of my skaters. He's really good at skating too. Like I've seen him since then, and like
Bryce.
Yeah, Bryce. Skater Kage.
Gotcha.
So I've seen him a couple times at parks, and like we still help each other film and stuff. Like
Oh, that's
cool.
what's up.
Like,
Yeah.
No animosity towards him at all.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Then we ended up getting a headquarters spot, right? So Tarzan was going through some issues, and he had this apartment, right?
Mm.
And he wanted everyone to, or he didn't want it, but I offered. I was like, yo, so you don't have to like just evict your place. We could make it to the Clean and Nasty headquarters, just you by yourself. The rest of it, we'll make it like a social hut. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can all go over there to kick it, do some social media content. We were working on a podcast thing, like doing all the stuff, right? Like, it's the Clean Nasty headquarters. So he paid. He said he would pay his part, and we were like gonna be his other roommate essentially to make the Clean Nasty headquarters. So
what was the name again for this one?
Clean and Nasty headquarters.
No, the person you were talking about.
Tarzan.
Tarzan. Okay.
Yeah, Tarzan.
That's what
So
you talked about in the
Tarzan,
last
yeah.
podcast.
Because Tarzan was one of the first people that was on the team because
He's the one that moved.
What?
Oh no, that was the other guy you were talking about. They moved out of the city. Well, you remember you was talking. Damn, I forget his name, but it was someone that you I think kind of started Clean Nasty with.
Oh yeah, no, there's Phantom Wolf.
Oh, okay,
That's
gotcha.
Phantom Wolf, yeah. No, but he was one of the people like in the beginning, not like one of the people that started like.
I got you.
Nasty,
Okay.
Yeah, because Lance, I used to like help him with the skateboard shop back in the day when it was like Rebel Skateboards, and like Greg was running it with them and all that. I was helping them do that. I was skating with them. You know, met Tarzan. Tarzan was down for it. Like he raps and freestyles too. You know, so.
Oh, so he incorporates the skating and the rap.
Yeah, and he liked what I was doing. We were real cool, you know, when we kick it, skate, and all that. So, like, from the beginning, he was already on there, but he was also, like, on ugly skateboards. You know what I'm saying? So, it was already respect. Like, this isn't a skateboarding team, it's just a brand, you know? Like, it's not like, oh, you're on multiple skateboarding teams. It's not like that, you know? So, he always represented. Lance never had no issue with it. I mean, I was helping push ugly, too, in that sense, you know? And I was real close to Lance.
Right, so you were open, to like collaborate and even like skateboarding, rap.
Yeah,
it
like,
was it wasn't like, oh, you're Clean and Nasty. It's Death Row Records. You can't, you can't fuck with nobody.
I'm with, anybody even that's ever been on the team, I've always told them, yo, don't look at this like an end all be all. Like, I want you to explore what you want to do on your own.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to build your own business, we just stay connected. You know, like, but don't think this is only it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're trapped in any way. Like, I want the free expression. Like, we can always push a brand. Like, you know, you rock a shirt. Anything. It's not.
You're here for everyone. You're here for the team.
Yeah, like when you're skateboarding for a company. Yeah. Like can't even be seen with like another skateboard of another company.
Right.
Oh, I thought you
like NASCAR or shit like that. You're branded.
Yeah.
Like but you weren't trying to do it like
you're riding DGK. You ride DGK. You know. Right. And you ride something else like, oh, it's not even a DGK board. It's not for a DGK. Like, no, like
you were open
you're on
to
brand,
like,
you know. So like,
so you like represent us, but you can represent yourself.
Yeah, it's not like exactly. So mine's just a brand. It's not like a skateboarding company.
Right.
It's not like a music label. It's just a brand.
Not yet.
I'm looking to open up more avenues and stuff like that, but that's down the line.
Right.
Because I want to open up stores and stuff like that. And
the bigger dream.
Yeah, there's fashion. There's so much that we can get into. Clean and Nasty. Just got the stickers in too. So
show them the stickers now.
Show them the
stickers now.
The stickers.
Yeah. Clean and Nasty stickers. We throw one on the fish tank. You see?
Yeah. So so Tarzan was one of the first people on there.
Yeah.
You know, so we went over there, did the headquarter thing. I told him that we cover half of it to make it happen. You know, so we did that for a while. And
so how was that? The headquarters, like I didn't know about the headquarters.
Yeah, because it didn't last very long.
Oh, okay, it was like
animation. Yeah, but it was good while it lasted. It was a place where a lot of us were able to go there and like hang out. Because like I said, private person, I want something away from me to where it's like, you know, I don't want nobody partying next to my big crib. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, so it was the headquarters. He didn't have no kids. It was a place we can all just go. You know, parlay and make content and do whatever like we wanted.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So that's why you didn't hear about it.
Gotcha.
But so we were doing that, and then there was somebody else that I was chopping it up with Nova, who was an artist, right? So that's why I started talking to her.
Okay, so
Yeah,
just
and she's someone who
Nova is separate from Nova King, right?
Yeah, yes. Nova Soprano, that's my dog.
Yeah, Nova. Shout out Nova Soprano, man. We've been talking about getting him on the podcast too, as well. Black Van. I do want to get into some questions in regard to Black Van because I know you're a part of Black Van movement.
Yeah, I represent that too.
Yeah.
So Nova was somebody who like rapped and stuff, and then she met us like in the beginning of the headquarters.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then
when you first like got
so I brought her in like, you know, just to kick it and all that because we were shooting the podcast, doing all that. She comes over, you know, and I end up like laying down with her, right? Because, you know, I like having fun, right?
Laying down with her, you only slept with her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean slept with her?
Yeah, like smash pop and shit, you know. But yeah.
Oh, you was a wild guy.
Yeah, no.
Laying down, I didn't know if you meant like lay the track with her. No, you laid down.
Oh yeah, like, you know, smash pop-ups or whatever you want to call it.
Oh shit.
Knocking boots or whatever.
He get into the fucking meat and potatoes for real.
Yeah, well, it's just part of the story, you know. Because I wasn't because also like
I really thought he was doing a track, but I was like, let's clear the air.
Yeah,
it's he said.
And she having fun, we having fun, so we know what's up, you know. It's not like anything like that.
Grown folk shit.
Yeah. So she was like, oh, she liked Tarzan too, and I was like, well, go ahead, you know. He had like broke up with his ex. That's why the whole reason he was thinking about getting evicted. She moved out, like she just he came back from work. Her shit was just gone. Like type shit, you know.
It's some novella shit.
Yeah, after some years, so I was really rough for him, and I was like, there for him. So we jumped in there to be like, yo, you don't got to get evicted. We're gonna make this the headquarters, right? So I talked.
Oh, you like to help out? Type shit.
So So you know, I even talked to my brother and people on there, like, hey, if you want to help to pitch in for this, we're gonna make this the headquarters and all that. Yeah. And people were.
Wait. So in the process of all this, boom, you was messing with Shorty, but she said she fucking with homeboy.
Well, yeah, she was an artist, but the reason I bring her up because she ended up getting on the team, right? Because Tarzan was fucking with her like based off like the rap and stuff too, right? Girl could flow, like there's no bullshitting around her. She had talent, you know.
Yeah.
So she was definitely a prospect.
Chemistry.
But yeah, she was definitely a prospect. But also like I had slept with her, so I was like, I don't know, I don't want to really bring her on. And then I had told Tarzan, well, like, look, if y'all hook up and you still want to, you know.
And he was cool with it.
Yeah. No, yeah, dude, we're all like, I brought her in, like, I was like, yo, this is the homie Tarzan, and he had got through a long relationship, so I was like, yeah, sleep with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Have fun. Like, I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I give you permission.
Yeah, not permission, but like, she's doing her own thing, and there ain't nothing like tied down.
It was like no weird shit. Like,
no
weird shit. Like, I'm not gonna be weird. Like, you can do whatever.
Being grown folk.
You're a grown woman, I'm a grown man type shit.
Yeah. So, I was like, yeah, cool, go for it, right? And I had told Tarzan, I was like, yo, if you still want her on after, like, you sleep, because maybe, like, you're fogged up in the head, you just want to do that or something, you know, like, you just got out of a long relationship. I was like, this could be, like...
Wait, that led to him leaving, or...?
Well, so they're sleeping together, and then he's like, put her on the team, right? He's like, no, you got to put her on the team. And then I was like, all right. So then
so you really didn't put her on the team until you...
Yeah.
Like, you was... Because you said at first...
Yeah, like, you were trying to do it. And
you brought her in, you said. You said you brought her in.
Because Tarzan was still trying to get busy with her, and he was just like saying, put her on the team, put her on. I'm like, bro, like, come on, bro. Like, you're just trying to get busy with her.
You didn't want it to be weird, like...
Are you just trying to get busy with her? You really want her on the team?
Yeah.
I know she got talent, but, like, I was like, talk to me after that happens. And if you're still adamant, like, yo, she's really raw because she could flow.
Right.
You know, like freestyle too.
Right. Got you. Wait, so is she still part of the team?
No.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
This happened shortly after.
Got you.
So,
So Tarzan fucking with her, boom, boom. What part we at now?
Alright. So,
is this all in the past year?
Yeah.
Like after the podcast?
Yeah, this is after the podcast.
Okay.
This is all after the podcast. Okay. Because I was going to bring Tarzan on as a skater.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. And then you said...
And I mentioned it on there. I know I mentioned it on the podcast.
No, you did mention Tarzan. And then also, it wasn't just the skating that he could flow too.
Yeah, he could flow. He was an artist on some tracks.
Okay.
We have songs together.
That was one of the ones you're going to bring for the skateboarding part? Was him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's really good. Like,
gotcha.
He's a really good skateboarder. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so what led to... So now we get a little bit of context. So what led to... Like, was that the situation that led to him, like, kind of, like, leaving? Was it with the situation with the relationship?
So
did you not want her on board? And you're like,
no. I was like, no, she can. I was like, yeah, join her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, okay. So you wanted.
Because we're all cool. We're all kicking it. She'd come in. So now she's a part of the team. Now she's part of the team, and Tarzan. Yeah.
She's part
of the team.
So like, was she official or not official?
Well, now she's a part of the team.
Okay, so she was a. She did become
before
official.
she was hanging out.
I got you.
But now she was a part of the team.
So when you said that you brought her, it was just brought her.
Yeah,
on the team. I got you.
Because she didn't get on the team until after, like, we were already hanging out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We were messing around there before, like, she even hooked up with Tarzan. Because I was like, yeah, go ahead. That's my boy. Like, you know, been going through rough stuff. You'd probably like to have fun.
Right.
You know?
All right. Gotcha.
So yeah, like they hooked up, but then they ended up getting like in a relationship. Like,
serious.
Yeah, like immediately after, I was like, bro. I was like, if that's how you feel, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever makes you happy, bro.
Don't make it weird.
Yeah. Basically, like, you know what I'm saying? Which I didn't even say that because that didn't cross my mind because everyone was just cool already, you know. But yeah. So that ended up happening, right? So
but yeah, man, that's a little weird, bro.
Yeah, that is. That he just got with it like
that's
that.
A little weird.
So I was like, all right, and then you know, Bambi was fucking with them and too, and like
you mentioned Bambi.
Yeah. So Bambi was on the team too. Like Jordan, we would go over there. You know, Marcus, Greg, we'd all come out to the headquarters, right? We would all be kicking it. You know,
just kept it in a circle.
Yeah. No.
You said Bambi was fucking with her.
No. Bambi was fucking with them. She never slept with.
Oh, okay.
But she was just fucking like she liked him, and when he got single,
she liked. Okay.
Not like like he was a cool person. Not saying that she wanted to actually get at him or anything like that, but she fucked with him, right? And Tarzan was like, yeah, I like Bambi too. Yeah, because we keep things clean, but we get nasty. You know what I'm saying? Shit. So Tarzan over here, almost like trying to get with anybody because he's just out of a relationship, right? So he would like talk to Bambi a little bit, flirting over here, flirting over there, and Bambi was like, I know he, you know, got a relationship, and I wouldn't even want to touch him until like he got over all that bullshit.
Right, because you don't want to be sloppy seconds.
You don't want to be heal. Yeah,
you don't want to be from that. The rebound.
Then the fact that she was part of the team, then it could have made it weird if they just slept. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's another reason I didn't want to put Nova on the team because I had just slept with her. I know I'm not going to make it weird. You know what I'm saying? And she was seeming cool. Like, she wasn't going to make it weird. You know? But I didn't want to put her on a team. Then Tarzan, pretty adamant. He was like, nah, I'll be off the team. You don't put her on the team type deal.
Oh, it was like that.
Yeah, but he would play around like that even with Lance. Like, he would tell him some stuff. He's like, oh, if you don't go out with me and we're both single right now, if you don't go out with me and like, you know, holler at chicks, you know, I'm finna leave the team. Like, you know, like joking with him in a way, but serious, you know, like you can't just you hooked up with this girl and you can't like be in a relationship with her. You got to go out with me and do that, or I'm not gonna be on the team no more. Like he would joke like that, right? Or say things like that. Is he serious? Is he not? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, he'd play like that. So he didn't just do it with me. Like he would tell me, like, yeah, I told Lance that, like we all got to go out. So I was like, yo, homie, need some action. You know what I'm saying?
And sound like it, right?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he over here just going everywhere, you know, like flirting with Bambi, doing all this stuff, and you know, like having fun. It was nothing. He never did anything wrong, I would say. Never. You know what I'm saying? But he was just a young man just trying to have fun. You know what I'm saying? And so they ended up getting a relationship really quick. And I was like, okay, now I just changed the whole dynamic of the headquarters. Because before it was like free, everything. Like we're all like, you know, kicking it, having fun, shooting, recording little videos. You know what I'm saying? Like content, like skateboarding in the front, skateboarding. Like we would link up there, plan out what we're gonna do. You know?
Yeah.
But now, after he gets with her, it becomes like, oh, now it's just their little place now, right? So I was like, oh, okay. And like I said, it happened in the beginning, whenever we got the headquarters. So I was paying $400, or we were covering $400, right?
And, altogether.
Yeah, for our half, for the nasty half, because he was living there.
Altogether.
Yeah, so he was living there, so he was covering half of it. We were just
But you made a situation where you could like, all right, don't get kicked out.
Yeah, don't get kicked out, bro. Like we got you. Like,
all right, so let's
at least wasn't too long.
Let's compromise.
Yeah, let me see if I can help you, because I can't just do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't just cover that. So let's see.
So
what
was
the
this
team's
one like
talking
apartment?
about.
Was this like
It was an apartment.
Okay.
It was a studio apartment. So it was like not even really a room.
Got you.
You know? And I was like, let me see what I can work out.
So this was like what, your studio content? Like, what were you doing in this headquarters? Like, or we just having meetings? Like, what was the main point of this?
We were starting a podcast. I recorded some episodes. I never put them out because things just didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying?
That's interesting to know. Yeah. I didn't know that.
But
how many episodes you did?
1.
Oh, okay. So it's just fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
And then and things did start getting weird whenever they became a couple because. Like, she wanted to be an artist on team, and then she was supposed to do the next podcast, but then she didn't want to do it no more, and then I was like, all right, well...
Did she sing and rap, or...?
More rap.
More rap, I got you.
Yeah, but, I mean, like, anybody could get melodic, right?
Yeah,
she could...
Melody
sounds good. She sounds good, and she got a lot of talent. But, so she was supposed to be on the next podcast, and we were working on stuff, but it never came to fruition because...
That was the skaters that were supposed to be on. Tarzan and Nova.
Well, no, Nova was the artist.
Oh, okay. So she would have been on.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, she don't skate at all. Okay,
no, she don't skate.
She strictly was on the artist.
Yeah, she was on the artist.
But Tarzan did both.
She can keep freestyle, you know.
Okay.
So
who was the artist you want to bring on?
Here?
Yeah, when you said you was gonna bring the skaters on. Tarzan.
Oh, I was gonna bring Tarzan, Bryce, Greg, B-Hop.
Gotcha.
You know, like skaters.
I got you. Okay, and what you were saying?
All right, so. You know, I had called everybody to be like, yo, how much can you pitch in? So see if we can make it happen, right? So now people are like, yeah, I'm down, right? So it's like, all right, cool. We can cover this, Tarzan. We got you. So we moved in. That happened shortly. He got with Nova, and then the dynamic changed now, right? It's like, okay, well, you're here every day, but not because it's this team stuff now. Now y'all are in a relationship.
Right.
You know, like, so it changed dynamic a little bit. And
in what way, though?
Because now it's a couple there, and not.
But did it affect the actual?
Yeah, because so you know how like you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how it changes stuff. Like
no, but I'm saying like in your situation for like the people that don't know what's going on because they're just watching this like what do you mean, like is it like, oh, did they start acting weird and they want to do content, they didn't want people to come over, like
no,
what was the thing that changed from Clean and Nasty, what made it like, you know, like all right, this is not what it was, because you could be in a relationship and still be cool and still do content and still do things. Yeah. So because it all depends on perspective and the individual in the situation. So what made it like, all right?
Well, when he got with her, he just, I don't know, he just, I guess the honeymoon phase, or he like just in love with this girl.
So like you didn't want, so like he didn't want to do content no more.
So one example. First thing that happened, I think, like after, you know, I was talking with Jay Scott. Jay Scott is somebody who's pretty big in like the skateboarding community. Like he's been on the
San Antonio
and stuff like that. No, I think he's up in Houston.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, he skates, does content, hands down movement. You know what I'm saying? So like I talked to him about like doing a song, like a skateboarding song.
Okay.
You know? And then so I had a verse like, and we had talked about it. It still probably will come out. So I was getting Tarzan on it, right? And I was like, yeah, you skateboard. This is a skateboarding song. And then he was like, just like, oh, you got to put her on. She's an artist. Like, it was like, he was trying to.
Oh, okay.
You know,
so now now it's like, all right, it's more of pushing her more, like, no matter what.
Yeah, and I was like, no matter what. And I was like, she doesn't skate. I was like, she's an artist, but she doesn't skate. Why am I put her on this song? Right. Oh, no, you got like, he's really trying to help his girl out. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being
that's where you see
and then
see, that's more perspective for the audience when they see what's going on now.
But like logically, like if we're on team, like, oh, you don't skate, like it's easy to just cut dry, like, okay, this is how we should make this move. You know what I'm saying?
And maybe in the future, if you want to do something together, that would be something separate. But I see where you were going. You're like, oh no, this is things like that. You were being intentional. Like this is a skateboard project.
Yeah, you rap, you skate. Yeah, I rap, I skate. Nova rap, she don't skate, so
right. Let's on the track. Right. Next, another track would be fine. But like, this was just being intentional. And like, I want to.
Yeah, and I brought her to Civils too to get on some tracks because we were just making tracks. You know what I'm saying? So it's it didn't make no sense. But like weird stuff like that, like bro, like you really, I don't know what you're doing. Like it doesn't make sense to even do that. I think it's the new
So it's like
honeymoon phase.
little lovey-dovey.
Yeah, like he was just trying to, and no hate, but it was just like we were working a certain way, and it did change dynamics. I'm not hating on.
See, now I know. Now I can see it a little bit more clear what you were saying when you said the relationship changed.
Yeah, but and then or like, now it's a problem if Tarzan liked one of Bambi's clips because he may have liked her, and so she started.
So I called it a little controversy.
Yeah. For the Thrill Podcast, the best podcast out now. Tune in, keep live with the local scene, the music, and all sorts of things that get you your thrill. So it really changed the dynamics of everything.
Yeah.
Like, really, even the reason they ended up hooking up, because that girl did, like, OnlyFans also, right? And then Tarzan was like, maybe I could do OnlyFans, right? Like, he was thinking about ways to make money. He was just, trying to make it, right? Cause that's why we even did the headquarters, so he doesn't lose his place. Mm-hmm. He's like, I got to make more money if I want my own place, because that lease was going up soon. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We were just going to cover and help him out. So that was one of the reasons they wanted to even, like, hook up, right? They're like, we could just do OnlyFans content together. We could both make money, But yeah, so when they got together, they're like, we don't want to do OnlyFans no more. And that's their own thing, you know what I'm saying? But that was one of the things he was talking about doing. And so that itself changes the dynamic of, that's what I'm saying. Right. It's a couple now. It's not, they're not doing, because he was like, I could be with a bunch of girls, This could be my start of my OnlyFans career. I'm not saying that he should have did that or anything like that.
So you're saying that they got attached and they were like, we don't want to do this type of shit.
So now he stopped doing what he said he was going to do, right? Like, and I'm not going to hold you to it. I'm just saying, like, that changed the dynamic of things, right? He's like, we're going to be going out to places. We're going to be networking with everybody. Mm-hmm. And that's just a profession he could choose to, go into. Mm-hmm. Of course, some people are with it. Some people are not. But it was just something he was going to do. So he was planning on, like, going out. We were going to be, networking a lot, which is great in any marketing business. Networking, not like the OnlyFans. Just networking itself, going out there, and I'll go promote the shirts and all this stuff. He does his own thing, right? Like I said, I'm not... trying to stop you from creating your own, branding or doing all this stuff, but you're on the team, I'm going to fuck with you, help support you in whatever you want to do, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're doing their own thing, or like she does OnlyFans or did, and then he wanted to do that, I'm like, that's cool, like, right. There's no issue with that, But yeah, so whenever they ended up getting together, it changed dynamics, right? No longer Tarzan's like, I'm not going to go out no more. Like, and do all this stuff, and
so just in general, people, the promotion, the marketing,
or have a good time at these parties now. Necessarily, not parties, but get-togethers and stuff like that, or because now
everyone's worried about
my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, it did change dynamics.
I got you.
Like, and it's subtle, but it's like, okay, you're not doing the same thing anymore, right? And I had talked to him like about that, and I was like, hey, but if you're happy, dude. Do what makes you happy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll root for you, you know what I'm saying? So they were together. Like, he's still out skating and stuff like that. It's not, like, so crazy, but, like, it does change things, you know? Right. Like, cause, he still came out skating, we still did stuff and all that, and, we still had get-togethers, but it was just like, he's in a relationship now. It's not, like, wild Tarzan, like,
Okay, so... this is what kind of led him away from...
So he ended up leaving the team out of nowhere in a group chat, right? So we all had, like, a group chat. And then one day he, like, just leaves, right? And I'm like, yo, what happened with Tarzan? Like, and I text him, like, yo, you left the group chat, everything all right? Check on him, he's my boy. And then, he didn't respond. Like, he was at work though, but I hit him no. But I was like, "Yo, everything cool with Tarzan? Like, they're together now, so they would know, right?" She was like, "No, I don't know." Anyways,
did she leave the chat as well?
Shortly after, you know what I'm saying? So she stayed in when he left, and I was like, "Okay," like trying to figure out what happened, right? Right. So, he said he didn't. Like, I had a skate tool. He's all. I was like, if everything's cool, he's all. I just need my skate tool back, and I was like, bro, not even trying to talk about nothing. He just like, I just want my skate tool back. I was like, all right, I'll go drop it off because, he wants skate tool back, but it was already coming towards the end of the month. We're all pitching in, right? She had been in there for a while, and I was I asked her, yeah. So this is after everyone already agreed to pitch in, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's chilling with us, but now she's like kind of moved in. I'm like, hey, how much are you willing to pitch in? If there's anything? Like I wasn't even asking her like, yo, if you can't pitch in anything, like it's okay, like you know what I'm saying. But what can you pitch in, right?
So that kind of turned weird.
Yeah, I'm like, no, it didn't even turn weird at that point. Like she was like, I was like, you are living here now, also with him. Like you moved in,
yeah.
Like within this time frame, we only had the place for a month. You know what I'm saying? Like she moved in like towards the beginning, started changing the dynamics of things, and it was like not as many people wanted to come over because. And now it's a couple's home. It's not like just the headquarters, right? Now it's a little different. A little bit different. Like there's subtle changes, right? So I was like, yeah, how much are you willing to pitch in, right? And she was like 100. And I was like, oh, cool, bet. Like that means all of us don't have to pitch in as much, right? You know, but it's still the clean, nasty headquarters. We're still trying to do it, right? And yeah, she was like, she told me 100, so I was like, cool, right? But yeah, so I given when I asked him what was going on, I'm still in the headquarters, right? This is still he left, and I'm still part of the headquarters, right? It's still, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he just left the team.
Okay, so he left the team, but y'all were still doing business. This is the headquarters.
Yeah, this is the headquarters.
His place.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, everything all right? Like, you know, yeah, and he just wanted his tool back, and then I was gonna.
That's weird.
And then yeah, because I still had to pay like and then I paid the rent, the $300, and then because she was there, and I was like, and she has the other $100, right? Yeah. And I just took it for her word for it. Later, he tried to spin it saying that like I left him high and dry, like, and I, you know, with the 100, and she had, and they're having a good time, right? Whatever they do. But if she said she had the 100 on it, I'm just taking her for her word for it. At the end, like, you know, when it happened, apparently. You know, she didn't have it, and then Tarzan felt the way about it on that too. You know what I'm saying? But he wouldn't talk to me about anything. Wow. You know, he wouldn't talk to me about anything, and it was just their little world now. You know what I'm saying? Like he was starting to cut off from people. Like it's more of a he's still skating. You know, that's what he does, and she knew that. Like, he's sponsored to skateboard by another company. You know what I'm saying? Not just clean and nasty.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But, so, I don't hear back, like, from Tarzan until later. He said, just give him my tool and all that. Later, I think the next day, like, Nova, she ends up leaving the chat. Doesn't say nothing. I really don't check up with her. I barely kind of met her. They were together. I'm like, well, they kind of think this would happen, right? Like, her dude left. He brought her in, essentially. All right, so now they're out, you know?
Right.
And what do you call it? Lance, he disliked Tarzan's new relationship, right? And he's the owner of the Ugly, right? And it was funny because I've been fucking with Lance for a long time, right? Like I said, I had the shop with him and all that stuff. Like we've been hanging out, we're cool. He does his own thing. I had my clean ass thing. I never like asked him to like we worked together, you know what I'm saying? I would tag my stuff whenever I did him, like vice versa. We would just help each other out, boost the brand, boosted his company. We were helping each other out.
That's the Ugly.
Yeah, that was the Ugly, which I don't mess with no more.
Oh, okay.
But more in the story, you know what I'm saying? But so after they had split, I was skating with Lance, and he was like, "Yo, you should put me on Clean and Nasty. Let's start some controversy." Right? And I was like, wait, are you serious about being part of the team? Like, he'd been my boy for so long. I'm like, and he said it jokingly, right? But he was just saying, like, he wanted to be on the team, right?
Well, why he said start a controversy?
Because Tarzan is on Ugly. Tarzan just left with Nova. So now Lance is going to join Clean and Nasty.
I see what you're
right?
Crazy.
You know? And he said it like that because he knew, I guess, because he's a comedian. The dude, like, literally used to do stand-up. That's what I'm saying. Like, so he has his way of, like, communicating or how, like, he does stuff. But
the dark humor and shit?
Yeah, so he was like, yo, let's start some controversy. Put me on Clean and Nasty. And I was like, are you for real? Like, you want to be on Clean and Nasty? Like, that's the real
Question.
That's a real question. Like, you're asking me to be on Clean and Nasty. Right. So, I called everyone up and I was like, yo, what do you think about Lance being on the team and all this stuff? And, they're like, yeah, dude, he's doing his thing with ugly skateboards and all that. And he'll just, like, represent. And I was like, yeah. So, we ended up doing that, right? Mm-hmm. And so now Lance is part of the team, right? No, for real. It's crazy. So
did it create controversy?
No, I didn't talk to Tarzan.
Okay.
So Tarzan never talked to me.
But he was still part of the Ugly.
He was still part of the Ugly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he left Clean and Nasty. Didn't really say much,
But now his technically, what would you say, leader of the Ugly team is a part of Clean and Nasty.
Yes. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you don't know the behind the scenes of what they talked about.
No, I was in their group chat. So dude, for real, like I was in their group chat. I really was close connected with Ugly, the skateboarder.
Yeah. So
really we'd go out to skate or be in their group chat. Like, yo, this is where we're skating this weekend. I'd pull up. I'd help them film stuff. Like I was in their skate video, like as a camera guy. Like they did a whole.
And was he around with Dude Tarzan at the time?
Yeah. Like yes.
But
like,
he went to talk to you.
Huh?
He didn't.
No, well, after the Clean and Nasty thing, because this is all a short period that all these little things are happening, right? So no, he kind of like was doing his own thing,
Something like maybe like like when people get in relationships, things get more serious. Maybe he was thinking about that, like the whole you sleeping with her.
Possibly,
maybe
that's what Lance told me. Yeah, I was like, I don't know, and he was like.
Especially if he had feelings for, like, he really got attached.
Yeah, well,
like he don't want to be around you because now he's thinking. You gotta think about it, he's thinking about you being
intimate with her. Yeah,
you been balls deep inside. You gotta think about that.
No, but you're completely right. And honestly, I didn't even think about that.
That's very uncomfortable.
If
he loves the girl, like
because I was just keeping it player. Like like it is what it is. We're grown folks. Like we were just having fun. But Lance brought that up. He was like, well, I think maybe he left because he's with her, maybe because you slept with her, and now it's
awkward.
Or they have different emotions about certain things. I'm around. Yeah, exactly what you're saying, and I was like, oh, well, maybe that's why.
Right.
That's
but you don't know because y'all really talk about it.
That's why I didn't really want to put her on the team because they could cause stuff like that. And if she wasn't on the team, she could still fuck with the team, but it doesn't change anything. So you got to be real cautious with stuff like that, right? Yeah. Anyways, so Lance part of the team, and I'm in their group chat. Charles is not in the team no more. Neither is Nova. And I do it was Sybil's idea to do a skateboarding event at Blue Park. Right?
Okay.
So we go over there. I send the flyers and do all that stuff. People are hitting me up. Yo, can I go? And I'm like, yo, when is it? All this? What are we gonna do? Details, So it's at Blue Park, right? And this girl Violet, she's coming to the event. She messaged me. She's like, hey, do you know if Fat Christ is gonna be there? Fat Christ is somebody that was on Ugly, right? And I was like, no, I don't think he's coming through. I texted their group chat, but he didn't. He wasn't one of the people that responded, This dude Matt said he was coming through, but anyways, so she ends up coming through, Then later he is pulling up, and then so I'm like, hey, that dude that you said you're asking about, he's pulling up, And she was like, oh, okay, and she wanted to dip because I used to be her ex, and they had it was real toxic or something like that, so she didn't want to be there when he was there and all this stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, respect, And yeah, so he came, she left, we are all kicking it, everything was cool. Whenever I head back to my place, Fat Christ, messaging me, let me show you this shit. So he messages me.
The dude is part of Ugly.
Yeah. So read all this. And then that's when we had the audio call. Just read it. Read it from the top. Yeah.
You saying read out loud?
Yeah.
So who's this?
That's Fat Christ. So this is what he messages me just from that.
Alright, so the guy named Fat Christ is messaging Prophet. I'm going to be real with you. I do not fuck with you right now because you talked to my ex. Wait, who was his ex?
Violet. The one, remember I said she came, she asked about...
Okay.
Alright, yeah.
You were talking to that bitch when I pulled up, At Violet Skate. Oh, so he even tagged her. That's crazy. I don't give a fuck if you still follow her and talk to that bitch. We ain't cool. Period. I'ma just be real with you. I don't give a fuck about any other info, but I want it to be real and message you myself, because if I see you talking to her and see her at another event or shit, you invited to the squad to, I'm gonna be pissed. All right, he's kind of like writing weird and not fuck with ever again. Period. I got respect for you, but nah, I ain't playing like that. Like, bro, this ain't like. If I see you talking to her, it's on sight. I'm not even playing with you. I'm pissed about it. Respectfully, because I do fuck with you, but nah. Damn, so all this is over female, like.
Yo, and she had just.
And then you was cool with him.
He was on the ugly team, right?
Yeah,
so
but
like
you
we
was
associated.
cool.
Yeah, we associated. He does music too, and like, so he had invited me to his house one time before to to record a song or get on a verse for him, right? And other than that, it was just like skateboarding stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Never really like super cool with him, you know, and didn't really know that there were exes at that point. Like when he told me that.
But you were talking to her like on some friend shit.
Yeah, like we put it out. There's a skate competition. She skates.
But were y'all fucking with each other?
We were cool with each other, but it was nothing.
Oh, but he thought it was more than
No, he was just saying like, yo, you even like her? You saw that shit? Like you like her, follow her, anything like, oh.
But obviously what he's saying, he feels as though it was more though.
If he thought it was, then, at the time I was with my girl though, so it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. Like I was still, no, I wasn't. I wasn't with my girl. No.
So maybe he... Because it gotta be, like, he's feeling some type of
actually
way.
I did. I had got back with her, and that's a whole nother issue.
That's a whole other story.
Because, I ended up sleeping with somebody, and I even told her about, like, whenever shit, like, you know, because I told her I would.
It sounds like a lot of your problems revolves around women, my guy.
Yo.
That's crazy.
I'm a loving guy. But,
that's crazy.
Anyways, so then we have a call, right?
Okay, you was like, fuck it, I'm not gonna text him.
Not even that. So I was texting back. And he just called me.
Okay.
Because he saw me texting back. He's like, okay, and then I was like, bet. So I was talking to him, and I was like, yo, you're kind of coming at me like crazy. Like, she skates. I just fuck with her for that. She was going to the event, you know. Yeah, like I told you, I invited the squad, the ugly squad, you know, to go because we're having an event. Lance is on the team, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, the fact that she was there, he was just like, don't invite her to places you invite us. Like what he said in the message, right? Don't fuck with her at all. Like that.
But he's not messing with her at the time.
No, he's not. He's not. They're split up. They're having a toxic thing. So he came at me like he was like, it's on site type shit, right?
Well, that's crazy though.
Yeah.
You can't control someone. Yeah. If y'all broken up.
I know. I'm like, yo, she a grown woman. Y'all had your thing. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's wild.
She's an individual. She's just trying to skate with people. You know, it's an event. You know, like, you shouldn't be tripping.
Yeah.
Basically, you know, like, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm a fuck with her, like, as far as, like, she skates, she's in the community. Like, that's just what I'm doing. You're not going to take away my free will, bro.
Right.
Like,
you're not only controlling someone else, now you're trying to get
you're trying to control
you. Like,
I'm like, you're not
that's wild.
Yeah,
that's wild.
You're not going to do that, bro. And I was like, if you want her to be on site, bro, we can do it on site every time we see each other. But, like, because to me it was wrong.
And this was on the phone call.
Yeah, this was on the phone call. And then I was like, honestly, back in the day, if me and my homies have issues, we could swap it out and be cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some crazy stories about that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you make things right. If you know, and the only reason I was willing to even box it out with them because I kind of fucked with them. Yeah. It's not like I didn't fuck with them. I'm like, we can swap it out and be cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we handled stuff back then. Right. You know? And yeah, so he didn't.
Yeah, that's wild.
So when I was telling him all that, he was getting agitated, right? I
like when you were on the phone with him.
Yeah, I was just like, yo, we can, you know, it could be on site every time. Like, it's cool. Like, you know, if that's what it takes to get, like, dude, he's like, what? You know, he's like, I don't know how much pull you think you got with Ugly, but I could turn all of them against you. And I was like, bro, I'm not tripping. Like, you know, to me, what you were doing
kind of turned Ugly against you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So to me, I was like, bro, I stand 10 toes down. Like, what you're doing, I feel is wrong. Just to, like, completely try to blackball somebody, like, yo, that's kind of fucked up. You know? You're trying to shun her out, like, from anybody who knows you. Don't follow her. You don't fuck with them. It's on site. Like, bro. Like, you know. And then so after after we got the call, this is the next message.
This right here? Oh no, down here.
Yeah. So after the call. So read
then
that.
he goes, pussy ass bitch. You spoke. You piece. Good for you. I think he meant your piece. Keep that energy when I see you. You disappoint me for real, like loyalty my ass. Bro, it's on sight. Remember that. It's on sight, pussy bitch. When I act hard being a fat bitch, laughing my ass off. That's
yeah, and I can send you the both the screenshots of that, just so like the people can see it.
Right. You're not making shit up.
Yeah. So yeah, and then I mean I didn't respond back after that. I was like, you know, yeah.
Right, we already spoke on the phone. Yeah. Now just like some little kids.
Yeah. So back and forth. Yeah. So now, after he says all that, then he goes into the ugly group chat, right? And then starts like lining me up, and then Lance, he sees that shit, and he was like, yo, this is a group chat. You can't even, don't be doing that. If y'all have an issue, y'all, you know, don't talk to each other, huh?
To him, he said that.
To the whole group, right? Because he started talking shit. And then,
also, you were coming in and saying stuff too.
No, I wasn't.
Oh,
like I said one thing, and basically it was like, yo, I feel like you're trying to take away my free will. Yeah, I fuck with her.
And the group chat.
Skating. Yeah, that's all I said. And, you know, it's like, but you're not gonna take away my free will, bro. Like she's, you know, like basically, bro, it's fucked up to do that. You know, and that's how I felt. That's why I would fight for something like that. You know, like, bro, if you are my boy, we could squab over that because I think that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't shun people. That's your ex. Let her do her own thing. She has a skate event. She skates. You know, you're gonna just ban her like with anybody you know and do all this. Like, it felt wrong, dude.
Yeah.
So I was just like, yeah, it could be on site, bro. Every time you see me, because it felt right. Like, you know, like you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, he's trying to exile her.
Yeah, exile her. Yeah.
Like, you can't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with you, but you can't fuck with the people I know. This and that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So
I mean, one thing, even in a relationship, it's crazy to control someone.
But he wasn't in
like, they had been. I'm saying, even out the relationship is even crazier. Like, yeah, that's wild.
So, you know,
man, what do y'all think about that?
Yeah,
let
comment below.
Comment.
But yeah, so you know, now Lance is part of the Clean and Nasty team, right? So he's seeing this go down, and but it got to be hard for him now, right? Now, because now it's different. But so when Fat Christ started like going into messages, then Tarzan starts chiming in, right? He's like, "Oh yeah, that I'm like talking down on my name now," and I'm like, "Whoa!" And he brought up like he was like, "Oh yeah, he was talking to her. That was your ex." Like he was like whenever I was in the headquarters, because now this is after the headquarters. He was like, he was probably looking at my ex's photos and jerking off to him type of, like, just saying rant, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? Yeah. Random stuff, right? So he's trying to chime in. So now, like, they're both attacking me, right? Because Tarzan still hasn't really talked to me, you know, about why he left, you know?
Yeah.
And he even, but he talked to Lance, and then Lance wants to know what's going on now, right?
Yeah.
Because he's like, yo, what's up? Let me talk to Prophet, and then if y'all have issues, y'all talk to each other. So Lance was working to mediate the thing, right?
Oh,
like, he was like, yeah, because he's in charge of his team, right? Yeah. This was in his group chat, and already off bat, he was like, yo, this should not be in a group chat. You fuck with
both sides.
This should not be in a group chat. If y'all have, you know, problems with each other, y'all talk it out and stuff like that, right? And, yeah, so then I talked to Lance, you know, and then he told me that Tarzan told him that I had left him high and dry.
So now you got two people that don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Talking, communicating,
working with Lance, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
And that put the pressure on Lance, because, like, all right, now his team
this is why he ends up leaving, right?
Gotcha, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, yeah. So, this dude has to deal with all that. He tells me Tarzan said that I left him high and dry on the rent, which she said she was going to cover that 100. You know what I'm saying? But that's what he was referring to, right?
So was it 800 altogether? 800?
Yeah, he covered the 4.
So you put 3 already?
No, we were covering the 4, but she said...
No, that's what I'm saying. You put the 3.
So we put the 4, but she was like, oh, I'm living here. Like, I got it. Like,
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
So
And
he was
that
covering 4, she was supposed to cover the 5th, and then he's supposed to cover 3. That'll make 800.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. You know, but see, now you're splitting it because you're doing this. Now, because the relationship changes stuff. No, he was covering 4. The rest of the team was covering the other 4.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And maybe I should have collected the money from her. So I'll take fault on that. Because if she said she was going to pitch in, I collect the money from everybody else. I should have collected it from her then.
Yeah.
You know? But she was living there and I didn't do that. It's probably my fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I gave that and I was like, yeah, she said she has the 100. So, you know what I'm saying? But later, that was used to be like, oh, he left me high and dry.
So, okay, did he keep the 300 though that you put in?
Yes, I gave it to him for the rent.
But so you never was. So after that, did you be a part of the headquarters or it was
No,
just,
like
so
okay,
basically he
so
took
he
your
had
money and
another
ran
month.
with
So he already paid his month of rent. He had another month and rent was coming up.
it.
So we were gonna do this month out, and then I was gonna pay this month. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So whenever it started going, you know, she was in there. She stayed in there. She said she would pay the rent. Kept living there. The rent ended up coming. You know, stuff like that. You know, between that he had left, and you know what I'm saying? Like it was all.
I mean, it sounds like he had a good deal though. Like
yeah, no, for sure, we helped him out.
Yeah. Did
So-
I mean, were y'all doing like where was it headquarters whenever, or do you have like
No,
plans?
he gave me a key.
Oh,
so
okay,
we
okay.
go over there. Like if he was at work,
But did you like discuss it at least?
yeah, we talked about
It
everything.
wasn't like
It was
whenever.
open to everybody, but through me because he doesn't trust everybody else like as I know them and stuff like that. So like if they were gonna come, I would just come.
You would
like,
have to be there.
I could,
Gotcha.
you know. But if you want to set something up, yo, you want a barbecue? There's a pool right here. You know what I'm saying? You know, we'll throw a barbecue, pool, chill out, talk about some business, see what the next move is. You know, like it was the headquarters, right? A place to kick back. Hey, you just need to get away from your family right now. You need to kick back somewhere. Headquarters. You know what I'm saying? It was just
Kind of like sound like a dope idea though.
yeah, and we had other ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like Civil had some crazy ideas about getting the whole house and everything. Like we were talking about, but that was like
you know nowadays they got like content creator houses
yeah.
where you have
So
like,
that's
shit
what
like
we
that.
were talking about.
Trying to
Doing,
create,
you know?
I got you.
Yeah. So we had talked about the house thing, and then Tarzan's situation happened. I was like, yo, we can like preview kind of what it's going to be like with this headquarters. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another reason I was able to even offer that. I was like, yo, let's do this. You don't have to get evicted. Maybe we could do this. All right. So later when Tarzan talks to Lance, he brings up I left him high and dry. And then he also said that I was trying to talk to his girl behind his back or like invited her out.
Wait, who's this?
Tarzan telling Lance.
Oh, that you were
So
trying to
that-
talk
that I
to
invited
Nova
her out.
behind the back.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and maybe that's why Lance was like, yo, or had suspicions already that maybe it was because of his girl, right? So that makes sense with that, right? But I would invite her out to team events. She's part of the team.
Mm-hmm.
But
She
now,
was still a part of the team.
yeah, she was a part of the team when I was inviting her out.
So it wasn't behind her back. It was,
No,
yeah.
it's like part of the team stuff. You know what I'm saying? But apparently, if he's at
It
work,
wasn't like, oh, don't tell.
But now, if he wasn't there
Mm.
and he had to work and he could attend the team event thing, now he has an issue with it.
Gotcha.
See, and that's another thing the couple thing does, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because now
Goes back to what we were saying
yeah,
earlier.
like little things like that.
Yeah.
Right, and that also that, and yeah, I was talking shit behind his back, and which I wasn't. You know, they had to, because everything I said to her, I said to Tarzan first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I was like, yeah. Well, are you still gonna do like what you said you wanted to do? Like you're doing, you wanted to get into the OnlyFans thing, right? And that dynamic changed. It's something I talked to him about. I'm like, hey, if you want to do that, you know, you don't want to do that no more. That's fine. You know what I'm saying? But he's changing up things. You know, it's changed the dynamic of the house, all that. You know, and also why that was the reason, partially another reason of why we weren't going to continue to be in the headquarters. Because I was like, yo, the dynamic changed, and then he had just had this court thing to where they're going to start doing like recent checks on him. Like, so that's the real reason why we didn't continue it. Because I'm like, yo, if they're going to be doing random checks here, then we can't just have it a content house. Like, they're going to be walking, checking in. You don't know what's going to be going on here. I was like, we shouldn't do this. And I was like, also, y'all are now together. Dynamics have changed a little bit, but, you know, and I'll ask him, do you need help? Like, right now, like, we're paying this rent. Later on, like, I'll even offer, like, if you need anything, man, like, just let me know, because we're not doing this anymore, but it's just for unseen circumstances, right? Hope y'all enjoying the video so far. Know we talking a lot. Follow us keep up with us on social media like Instagram, TikTok. I'm at Clean and Nasty. That's clean, the letter N, and then nasty. As you see on the shirts. Also, automatic_profit on Instagram. Stay tuned, stay connected, doing shows all around, and stay on. Yeah, everything was going on in the group chat. They're going to last like y'all need to, work this out, not in the group chat because it's a group chat. You got to keep business and all that. So Tarzan tells him those things. Fat Christ was telling him, that was his ex, and basically it was really toxic, but that I was associating with her pretty much, and he felt that we were boys, so like I shouldn't even talk to her. Like he felt he was right about the situation, but Lance also saw the stuff that he had sent me. He was like, "Yo, you're like kind of out of pocket with the way you handle that situation." You know what I'm saying? He felt that he was out of pocket in that situation too. You know what I'm saying? Lance, being the mediator and all that, he asked me, if you could like apologize to them, and I was like, all right,
So you actually said, yeah, I'm apologizing.
No, yeah, because Lance was honestly nasty too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I'll apologize.
That's big,
for
though.
what
That's
I said.
big, though.
For what
That's
I
a big
like,
man, too.
like, if there's been any misunderstandings, I'm sorry. Stuff like that. Like, if you want to talk about it, we can.
Yeah.
But, sorry for it getting this way. Basically.
Right.
Because I still stand on, like, the things that.
No, but what you believe was right and right and was wrong was wrong.
We can talk about it, but I apologize that, things seem to get out of hand somehow.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that. Shortly after, then Lance leaves the team.
How did that look?
Bad, because Little Giant was one of the people who's like, man, another one gone. Because like people are in the team are seeing people come and go. You know what I'm saying? Like, just had Nova. Oh, now she's out. Bryce had recently left. And he had brought Bambi on. Bambi was a videographer, so she got on the team by, wanting to come and film a skateboard.
Okay.
And he brought her on. She did OnlyFans content too, so that was a conflict with Nova and that, you know what I'm saying? Like that, everything, like, cause he could have worked with her too, in that sense, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Like Tarzan.
Yeah, Tarzan could have worked with her too because he was wanting to explore that avenue and all that. So it was a lot. But, seeing all these people just leave, come, leave.
That kind of discouraged.
Yeah, and then we're like, oh, yeah, no, you're right, dude. I'm sorry, you guys, So anyways, Lance ends up leaving. And I'm like, all right, well, we're still rocking whatever. Like, I didn't reach out to Lance after he left because I was like, I kind of know what it is.
Yeah.
Like the people on the team. Right. So
basically, we're like, it is what it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I get it. Like, you have people in your team now that just don't.
Multiple. It's not just one now.
Multiple. Yeah. Now you got two people in there that are like attacking me.
Right.
One dude who said that he would turn everybody against me.
But it's still kind of like crazy what you said earlier when he first. Dude, Lance was like, all right, you want to start some controversy?
Yeah, no,
that's kind of.
That was what he said to.
Now the controversy is too much.
They got crazy, right? Yeah, because of this event where Violet came, and then he, I would say, overreacted in his approach.
Lance?
No, Fat Craig. Like we're saying, like it's gonna be on site, all this, like immediately, like. You know what I'm saying?
But the Lance situation, you understood more. Like, all right.
Lance was trying to mediate, and he was
got to a point where
his team together. Because So he got off of the Clean Nasty, and then shortly after that, then he removed me from the ugly chat. Because I was in the ugly chat too.
Yeah.
You
said that, yeah.
But he removed himself from Clean Nasty, and then shortly after I was removed from.
And then you said after that, then Lil Giant saw.
Lil Giant. Well, you were asking how did the team feel about it, right? Yeah.
Right.
Like Lil Giant was someone who felt hurt from people coming and going.
And he was close with them.
He would expect. He was expressing it. Well, he was close with the team. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
everyone was.
Yeah, because it's like like Lil Giant had momentum. You know, like he was doing his thing. He's putting out projects. He's representing us. He was doing shows with us. He's moving around with us.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great talent as well. But like seeing people just leave and stuff like that, and then they don't really know the full story yet. You know, like because stuff hadn't been behind the scenes and all this stuff. I'm talking to Lance. You know, working things out.
Well, hopefully this gives perspective.
Yeah, so
that's kind of like what you wanted to because like you said, it's a gray area because nobody really knows your side of the story.
And Lance, I've known him for a long time, like since way back when, you know, helping him with the shop, doing all this. We were like close friends, you know.
Would you be willing to rekindle any of these relationships?
I have no beef with nobody, but let me forgive, but don't forget, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you change the way you take your steps. Mm-hmm. I love that quote because that's lyrics from one of my songs.
Okay.
Like, but you know, it reflects life. You know. Anyways, so he's out, all this stuff. We're still doing our skating. I still got skaters on the team. I skate. You know, Kevin skating. Jamal, he's a skater. We call him Phantom Wolf. Jarrell, you know all that stuff. So we're still doing our thing. Violet ends up joining the team now, right? So after all that, now Violet, the one that Fat Christ got mad about, and all this shit started over. She's still fucking with the squad, like just
Violet.
Yeah, Violet. So then I was like, shit, put her on the team, because she's a female skater.
And this is after everything?
Yeah, this is after all that, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
now I'm like, well, fuck it, man. Y'all blew up all that shit.
If it's on site, it's on site.
Well, but it wasn't even. It was already. Yeah,
boy, being diabolical now, huh?
It was not even. I was helping her out, dude. It felt wrong for how they were doing her, and that's
but at the same time, you're like, fuck it, like it is what it is now. It's too late. We already
the group chat, and y'all don't fuck with me no more.
That's cool.
Yeah. I'm like, well, why not put her on a team? She skates badass. For a female skater, for any skater. You know what I'm saying? Like, skating's very difficult.
Right.
Like, she's pretty cold with it. She can skate.
And I've seen a lot of clips, too, and I like a lot of shit. And y'all pretty good at what y'all doing and putting the content.
Yeah, it's a passion in skateboarding where, everyone has their own passion about it. And,
y'all take them bumps.
Yeah, for real. But, we were skating. I put her on the team, now she's on the team, right? Mm-hmm. I don't really fuck with Ugly too much anymore, because of what happened. Mm-hmm. Lance is still kind of like cordial a little bit. Like I see him at skate parks and stuff, and just like whatever,
Y'all say what's up, or?
Yeah, like it was like
that's
cordial, cordial.
Yeah.
But
So
it's like it happened what happened.
Right.
Yeah,
it's nothing like y'all not on site, but it's you and the group.
Yeah, like.
Has it been on site with you? Have y'all seen each other? Oh, so y'all have this. Oh,
but I should take precautions.
Yeah. Always should.
But anyways, so Violence on the team. That's going well. She was well received from Bambi and like Jordan. They're like, yay, another girl on the team. You know what I'm saying? Because even when Kat Bali left, like earlier on, like she left shortly after Bryce, and she did talk to us as well, letting us know that she wanted to do something else, and there were just issues with her. She's real cool though, but another girl on the team, right? So sure hype about that. We all like went downtown, like shot skateboarding clips, hung out, like all this stuff. It was good. I look out for my team, right? Mm-hmm. Like she was a girl skater. I even bought her shoes, right? And I did this before with another skater that we had on the team. But I would buy like people everything. Not everything.
Guys too.
Yeah, like Lil Giant. I bought like a MF Doom like fucking portrait or something like that. When he saw it, like I was like, yeah, bro, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
That's pretty dope.
Like with everybody, like.
Well, I mean, that's good to know too. Like, it's not like you're just. It's showing a different side. Like, so people are like, oh, he's just buying female shit. That was weird. But you're buying
anybody
other people on our team.
Yeah.
So it actually is good for people to see.
For context.
Yeah.
Like Civil, he was going on a trip and he didn't ask for nothing, but I was like, yo, here's $50, like maybe a help with gas or something
Yeah.
like that, just because you're going on the trip. You know,
Wow.
you're part of the team. Like
Yeah.
I'm not paying these people to be on the team.
Right,
They just
right,
believe in it.
right.
You know what I'm saying? But whenever I could help with something.
Like everyone's on the coast
Yeah.
together, everybody's on the rise.
Yeah, so you know, if you don't got it, we're all eating. I'm
Space
not
each
gonna,
other, yeah.
I'm not gonna just eat without you eating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I got extra, I'll offer to pay. I'll be like, yo, don't worry, man, I got y'all. Thanks
Gotcha.
for coming
Yeah.
out. We're shooting clips. You know, we're doing all this stuff. You know, I would look out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My team. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Love my team. So, yeah. So we would hang out. It was all cool. Great skater. We got along really well. Me and Violet, right? So like, we would even go to like to shoot pool at certain places, right? Like after we're done skating and stuff.
Yeah.
She came to like shows. You know, like she was real supportive. It was like so, but there was parts like whenever we were at like club, like she'd want to dance, like stuff like that, and I'd be like, yeah, no, cool, like you know, it's whatever, like we're just dancing, like having like a good time, right? It's just singing around the clubs, stuff like that, right? And everything was cool. Like I didn't want anything to happen with that. Like she was a very attractive girl, but also like I said earlier, anything, any further type of relationships like in work or anything like that could cause any controversy. So I didn't want to like do anything with her. But not to say I wouldn't, right? And like yeah, dancing and stuff like that. And I don't really dance much, but like you put like your hand right here on the hip like this, trying like just fucking around, like not a lot, but we would just like fuck around, like you know what I'm saying, just having fun. It was nothing but more than like friendship, right? But so this one night though, whenever we're at Fast Eddie's, we're shooting pool, and like she gives me like this friendship bracelet. She was like, "Oh, you're fucking badass." Like you know, like I was looking out for her, like as I do anybody in the team. Give me a friendship bracelet, and I was like, "Oh,
She
okay."
gave you a friendship
Yeah, she gave me a friendship bracelet. I still got the thing. I should brought it. But no, for real. But yeah, I thought it was a cool thing. I was like, "Dang, you really like." All right, cool. Like,
Pushing
you know
friends on her.
Yeah, no, but I didn't even think about it like that. That's funny. I didn't think about it like that, but I was like, "Oh, we're really cool, right?" And then so we went outside, and we were all talking, and she starts bringing up like stuff with her ex, how she was like in you know, those bad relationships and stuff like that, and they went on for so long.
Was it liquor involved or?
Yeah, we had been tipping down and stuff a little bit. And she was talking about that, and I'm like, "Oh, you're my friend now, right? So I'm gonna be real with you. You know, anything I tell people is to elevate and stuff like that. And sometimes it's harsh truths, you know. So, but now I feel like, okay, we friends, you know, keep it real, right? And I was like, and I told her, I was like, yo, like you can't just blame them. You gotta take some accountability. Like you could have left too, right? And then she like. Maybe it was alcohol and stuff, but she got really upset with that, right? She was like, "Oh, fuck you!"
Oh shit!
Like
so
she was like,
maybe
"You don't know
kept it too
anything."
real.
Yeah, like you know. And I was just saying that to elevate you, like you know, part of like growing up, taking accountability for certain things. You were in that situation too. Maybe you could have played
so
things differently.
you was playing devil's advocate. So it's not like you was bashing whoever that was, like the guy. You were you were actually like, oh, maybe you got to take some accountability.
No, I'm saying, well, you do. Like if you were in that relationship for that long, you could have cut things too. You know, granted, I don't know the whole situation and what you said, you know.
Because that's also good. Also for more perspective, because you could have been that guy, like fuck him, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's
right. And then it would have looked, that could have looked worse on you if it would have. But you were actually
knows
like
how she interprets it.
No, that's what I'm saying. But like the way you saying is that you were saying like maybe you gotta look at it from this side.
You're my friend now. You're my friend. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real. I'm keep it real. That's also good to know. From
you wanna be my friend? Like let's be friends, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. You know, like you need to learn. Not necessarily learn, but in that situation, take accountability as well. Like, hey, you were in this relationship too. You played your own part, you know. And then she was like, yeah, like, oh, you don't know anything about the situation, yada yada. Starting to get loud, and I was like, you're right, I don't know anything about the situation. So then I was like, I'm not gonna dig more deep into that, right? Because
you think maybe she was expecting you to be more on her side.
possibly. I don't know what she was thinking. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And then like you said, y'all were drinking, so
emotions
run deeper when
so I was kind of leaving it alone. I was like, I'm not gonna touch more on that subject because it's sensitive.
Yeah.
Right. And she was like, fuck you, this, that. She's like, you only hang around with me because you want to sleep with me. That's the only reason you hang out with the like Bambi and Jordan because like you just want to fuck them. And I was like, what? And then like so this shit.
I know you're like, damn, this is how everybody sees me. Like,
yeah, okay, right. You're like, wait, what? Like so it's like mind blowing. And then like I'm like just the thought of like hurting my team, like you know what I'm saying? Because I love my team.
Yeah.
Like I said, that shit made me tear up. I was like, yo, I would never like. Is that what they think? Like how you said,
right.
And I was like, whoa. And then she
like, was this a combo? Like
no, like or any. I have no idea, but I was like, no, I would never like hurt my team. Like you know what I'm saying? So this what makes me like tear up. I'm like, oh shit, nah. And I was like, nah. I was like, nah. I love Bambi. I love them. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I love Jordan. Yeah, like you know, part of the team. This is the team. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the team. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and so she was hot about that, and then she was like, that I just wanted to fuck her, and I was like, which is dumb to do, trying to explain like, not that like I wouldn't, right? But it's not something that I want to do, right? Like because of the whole business thing like that. But like, yeah, you're attractive, we get along. I actually do like you. Mm-hmm. You know, you're like super cool. Like you know what I'm saying? And that's just to say that, right?
Yeah.
But trying to explain this. And I had teared up from it, right? From just thinking of hurting my team. She was like, because there was other people there too, right? And I don't care like about my emotions. Yeah, like I'm raw with it. Like you know, if I tear up, bro. I feel something. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, oh, that I wanted to sleep with her or would, and that's why I was tearing up because she didn't want to. Like so, then try to like flip that, and I was like, oh man, this is crazy.
So it kind of
now it makes
it made it look like you were sad that you like on some got caught type shit. That's
like which was nothing like that. Yeah. Like it was really what struck a chord was like if me hurting my team that I love, right? I love my team when I'm building up with my brother and everybody who's a part of it. You know, the fans, everybody. I wouldn't want to in any way do them wrong. Yeah. It's never my intent to cause harm in any way, right? So to be told like, yo. You just hang around with them because you want to fuck them, and like saying it like that's what they believe too. Like you're like what? Like I would like never hurt you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like teared up.
Yeah.
Right. So she was like, yeah, you were groping me. So when she said it, I didn't like correct her because I know like normally when girls are going off, you just let them kind of go off, right? And she was like, you were groping me like this? And like, she's talking about when I put my hand right here.
When you were dancing?
Yeah, we're dancing and stuff, right? Because we would do that like several times like that. And I was like, groping, but I didn't correct her. Right? Because I've never like just grabbed her ass. I never grabbed her ass or tits or cooch, nothing like that, right? Like that's
it was just hips dancing.
Yeah, but I'm not going to, while the middle she's like ranting and stuff like that, like correct her. That's not, you know, I'm being in relationships, you don't want to like escalate or add fuel to the fire with certain things you say, so I'll just let her say that. Well, so then it became like this thing like if like she was like she's like, so you don't want to fuck Bambi, you don't want to fuck them, like getting into it like that. I'm like, no, I don't. He's like, yeah, right, you liar. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I would, but I don't want to. Because obviously I'm a straight man,
right.
Beautiful women, like you know what I'm saying. It's not like to.
I'm not saying that I wouldn't, but you know what I'm saying. It's not like what your intention is.
Yeah, it's not my intention. Yeah. Like especially the buying shoes thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if I'm buying shoes to hook up with you, like that's
right.
I'm not on that time. We're like buying you food,
right?
But
you also said you bought stuff or you gave Sybil money.
Yeah,
it's not
Sybil
like
money.
Trying to fuck Sybil.
Exactly. You know, but looked out for everybody. Like if you didn't have food, you know, I'll be like, yeah, I got you. Like even Bryce back then, like if he didn't have money for food and we were going skating, I'm like, yo, I got you a meal. Like, thanks for coming out. I'll pick them up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like looking out for the team, doing stuff for the team.
Right.
You know, yeah. But she had been through a lot of trauma and like bad relationships, so maybe the way she viewed things, her perspective on things, it could have seemed like that, right?
Yeah.
You don't know someone's intentions unless like you talk to them about like, yo, why did you do this, or are you buying me this just for this, and or knowing like how much I've helped like other people on the team, right? So,
and it's crazy. So this is the same night she gave me the friendship.
Yes,
the same night. Wow,
same night.
Yeah,
same night. I still got that. I was gonna bring it just to be like, yeah,
props.
Yeah, props. But anyways, yeah. And I'll basically even initiated any type of conversation because I'm like, oh, you're my friend now, right? You want to be friends?
Right. I feel like we hit that level. Like, all right,
we on this level now. We on this level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For it, we're just like, yeah, we're team. We're going out to doing things, right? So I was like, cool. And then after, she gave me the friendship bracelet. We're talking, and then she's like, oh, you just want to fuck us, and you were groping me, and I was like, you just gave me the friendship bracelet. What are you talking about? And I'm not.
Like, why give me this?
Why give me this? Yeah, you know very well that's not what was going on. We would dance at certain places, which is
and y'all
cool.
danced before together.
Like, just not really dance like anything. It was just like.
But that night was more.
No.
It was just regular.
No, I don't even think that night we did that. It was just another play. But she I don't know, just tried to bring up stuff, and I was
I got you. In the middle of the.
Yeah, and I was like, just. I guess trying to prove a point, like, oh, you do just want to fuck me, you were groping me, and I was like, well, I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I didn't correct her at that point because I was like, letting her go off, right? Mm-hmm. Like we were dancing. She even said it.
Now looking at hindsight, you think you should have?
I possibly, but no, because then it would have just could have ignited something else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But even when she said the groping, she goes like this, and it shows me what she's talking about when she's saying it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, you're talking about me putting my hand right there when we're dancing, like. Mm-hmm. Okay, I don't know how to dance. Is that how you dance? Like,
yeah,
something like that.
It's not, but like it's not like you grab her ass.
Yeah, no, nothing like that.
But just
yeah. So
and in the middle of the dance, it's not like she was like pushing. So if she's not pushing you away enough and during the dance and then bring it up, that's.
But it was also like me saying like, oh, I didn't want to have sex with her, right? Mm-hmm. Like, but like, I would. Which is a hard concept to even like try to get across to some people. Mm. Like, it's like, oh, okay, like, yeah, from a business standpoint and all this stuff, like, if it was like you're not in the team and somewhere else, then yeah, probably more of an intent to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but as where it was, like, no. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah, I didn't bring you on the team for this.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, it just, the whole situation kind of got, like, blown out of proportion from that.
Yeah.
Like, there was even after a part, like, where we kind of talked, and then I was like, wait, you didn't know I wanted to fuck you? Like, just fucking around, right? Like, and then, but then she took that wrong, too, and I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, this is, like, I don't.
In the middle of the same combo.
Yeah. I don't, right? Like, I don't want to, right? I would. And then she couldn't get past that I, like, it's just a normal thing. A male, female, right? It's like you would. If you're in a relationship, you wouldn't, right? Yeah, but still, if you're part of a team, you wouldn't. It's all like, who you click with. You know what I'm saying?
And it sounds like it got technical.
Trying to get technical, bro. And anyways, so after that, we had went to like a gaming to the, I don't know, was it Nickel Gamer? It's not Nickel Gamer, Divergence or whatever. After that, so we had all that. It was kind of cool. We were like, oh, she was like, I'm sorry, like maybe I went to the bar and all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. Like I'm not tripping, like and we went to Divergence, and I was there. Like, well, Augie was there, and Leroy. He was there at Fast Eddie's. But anyways, okay, so me, Augie, and her go over there, and then, like, still drinking and stuff. And then she was talking about something. Augie was, like, kind of bugging her on it. And then I was trying to be like, yo, hey, maybe, like, give her some space. But then, like, from what happened earlier, she was like, no, like, you get out of here, like, telling me, because I don't know if she was close to Augie or what. But, I don't know, that kind of, and I was like, all right, y'all, like, I just need to not fuck with this. Like, everyone's, like, too drunk, right? Like,
it's the wrong time to have this conversation.
Yeah, like that deal. Anyway, so the next morning, then, like, she ends up leaving the group chat and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, well, now she's out, right? Mm-hmm. And then next morning, I even called Bambi, like, let her know what everything's going on. And what she said, she was like, dang, like, I was like, nah. And I'm super real, right? I told even her that I had teared up, like, because I was like, man, nah, I love y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all my team and all
Telling
that.
Bambi this.
Yeah, telling Bambi. And she's like, yeah, I love you too, Prophet. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was like, cool. Like, you know, like, she didn't see it like that. Like, I would hang out with them to, like, fuck them or anything like that. Because Bambi did OnlyFans and stuff. And she did that, and she would do her thing. She was on the team because of, like, videography for film for skateboarding.
Bambi.
Yeah. But people knew her more because she did OnlyFans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But she actually enjoyed to be out there filming skateboarding and stuff like that. And whenever she could, she would. She would go out there, you know? And it's hot out there, and she would just happily do it. Like, I was like, wow, I was trying to find anybody who would do that.
Yeah,
like, male, female, anybody who would just want to just sit there and do that, right? So...
Is Bambi still a part of the team?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah, exactly. So, Violet, after she left, then Lance ends up texting me. And he's saying, he's like, yo, how come I'm getting calls from people that you were groping this chick, right? Or whatever. And I was like, I don't know, that's weird. Right? So that's my response, right? I don't know, that's weird. And he was like, okay. And I was like, that's fucking weird, because I wasn't doing that, right? You know, but, so it was, what was that other girl's name? So everyone that was there whenever that whole thing with Violet was going on, it was Violet, Leroy, Augie, and the other girl, her name's not crossing my mind right now. Anyways, yeah, they were all there, right? So if anything, they heard her say groping, right, and showed the thing, but I was like, that's weird. Why would people call you and tell you that, right? Anyways, so then, like, I was like, I don't know, that's weird. We kind of left it at that. And then he texted me back. He's like, oh, now it makes sense. It was that girl that Fat Christ told you not to mess with or something like that, right? And I was like, and he was just going off about that. And he was like, I didn't really even respond, but he was like, okay. He's I'm not going to say nothing. Yeah, Lance. He's I'm not going to make anything about it, but we can't be cool no more or something like that. But didn't talk to me about the situation itself, right? Because... Yeah, you never talked to me about.
So you never really responded to
that. Other than like, no, I didn't. Yeah, I was just like, okay, dude, fucking ask me what happened. You know what I'm saying? He was just like, oh, this, whatever. Because shortly after that, he just like, or he blocked me on everything, right? And then he like starts.
And this is the guy you said you still see to this day. And
no.
Oh, so now you
Lance. This is what Lance did, and this is why I don't fuck with Lance anymore. Right?
Lance is the one that runs Ugly?
Yeah. Okay. So
now it's not cordial.
No, so now this is becoming not cordial anymore, right? So he starts saying that to everybody, like on social media platforms, like, oh, dude, that I was like groping girls like at skate parks and stuff. So now it's just like completely out of context.
That's crazy.
What happened? You know what I'm saying?
Tagging you on like social?
No, he blocked me and then started doing. And the only reason I heard about it because people were like, "Yo, Lance is
like on social media."
Yeah, and also blocked me.
That's crazy. So
and then started doing it. Yeah, you know,
like,
and then
tag me. Like,
slander my name.
Tag me like if it's like that.
Blocks me.
Let me get a chance to talk back. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh well, you know, Fat Christ, Tarzan, don't fuck with me. They're ganging up on me or whatever, right? Over a situation that's misinterpreted, like I was groping this girl, which I wasn't.
And how's your team feeling about this at the time?
Oh, okay, so this is where everything, a lot of people just leave, right? So, so that's happening, right? And then shortly after that, Bambi is like, yo, that I guess she talked to Violet or something, right? And she believed her side.
This is Fernando Mora here, asking you to please join me on the next episode of For the Thrill, where I will be discussing my transformation from ex-convict, ex-felon to entrepreneur in acting.
So then, this is when Bambi ends up leaving, right? Because she talked to Violet, and I guess she took her side of the story, you know, mine. She didn't believe it. I mean, I thought she was like right or die type deal. It just, that one kind of like shocked me because I really thought like she just left. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But she put a message out saying that that I lied to her and stuff like that, and I was like, oh, I didn't lie. And that's when most of the team just started leaving. So after that, Jordan left. Then Greg, because I don't really know what's going on, but I'm gonna exit the team too. Then Lil Giant ends up going, and Civil leaves too, right?
And this is no communication.
No communication with me. So they don't talk to me. The only one that talked to me in any way was Bambi, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Bambi just said I liked her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, man, I wouldn't do that. Like part of the team, and I just fuck with you, so I wouldn't lie to you, right? Yeah. So they ended up leaving. They didn't talk to me. People who talked to me, I told them about the situation, totally misconstrued. Wasn't groping her, anything we were dancing. But that's it, And then Lance putting out something saying that I'm groping this girl and it's at skate parks. Nothing was at a skate park. We didn't dance at a skate park. So I don't know where he just misconstruing the whole thing. Didn't talk to me about the situation. Putting my name out there. He has my name in his mouth. So I'm like, what the fuck? Never talked to me about it. And while this is going on, I have events I'm gonna perform at this skate contest or whatever. So he even talks to those people Mongo Chatter, telling them that that I was groping girls at skate parks and stuff like that. That predator type shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, over this, right? And I'm like, okay. I was like, he never even talked to me, but that's not what happened. Type deal, And I talked to certain people and. Dude was like, well, I don't have time to dig through this right now, but just for what's going on. They're part of the event too. Mongo Chatter.
Okay.
Yeah. So they had an event in Pleasanton that I was gonna go and perform at, right? But they're gonna be. Ugly was gonna be over there too, and all this stuff. And he was like, well, they're part of the event too, and I don't have time to figure this stuff out. So we can't put you on anymore. So
talking to you.
Performing there, right?
Oh, shit.
So Lance is now he's fucking with my money type shit, right? He's just slandering my name, talking to people about a situation he hasn't talked to me about, So I'm like, oh yeah, dude. And you're supposed to be one of my close friends,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For you to just not even talk to me and then start slandering my name. And I'm thinking well, it's probably the people in his team, trying to be oh yeah, do this and fucking yeah, shout him out, probably encouraging him to do a lot of this stuff, right? Either way, he's doing it, right?
But how about the people on your team? They're just leaving without communication. Did you try to reach out or talk?
Okay, so the way I feel about even a situation like that is yo, even when you heard about it, what'd you do? Reach out to me, right?
Yeah.
Yo, so. People who I do fuck with, some people like Marcus, he was
reached out to you personally.
Reach out to me, yo, what's going on with this situation, right? Because anybody who is friends or close to anybody, something happens, so a word's going on, you're gonna be yo, hey, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm hearing. You know what I'm saying? And you'll talk to those people. Those are your close people, right? So yeah, those people I did talk to, they're oh, okay, damn, that's stupid, or that's high school shit. You know what I'm saying? That's dumb. All that, and yeah.
Yeah, see, one thing with me, that's why I told you, I like to hear both sides of the story.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go off of one side of the story or the other side, but I am going to be hey, what's up? Let me hear what's going on your end, and I'm going to just be straight up. I'm yo, what's the deal? And at the end of the day, I don't know whose story is 100% right, because what they say, what the fuck is it, the saying about, I don't know why I went blank with that.
3 sides of the story?
Yeah, 3 sides of the story. That saying they got. At the end of the day, the only person that probably knows is God. But when it comes down to situations, I feel as though, especially if you're cool with somebody and or if you're just doing business with somebody, it's good to instead of just let me believe this person. If I just believe the first person that tells me everything, then my whole world will be one-sided. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to get both sides, and then you interpret am I going to keep doing business, or am I keep talking to the person? Yeah, but I don't think you should just be oh shit, that's what she told me. Nah, or that's what he told me.
And just
I can't just fuck with this person.
Trying to do that when then it in fact cries oh, I'm gonna turn everybody against you. over there. So it's like,
and keeping it real, even having you on like now, like I said, I even told Johnny that I'm gonna talk to you and vice versa. But like even if other people wanted to come on and say their side story, they're welcome to come on.
Yeah,
and if they wanted to say their piece or how they feel it, because they might see this and be like, damn, maybe I do see it from his side now. You get what I'm saying? You never know. And I feel as though that like that's kind of what you talk about. You wanted to express your piece, your side of the story.
Well, it's my side of the story, but it's also like what's been happening in Clean and Nasty, because these people were part of the team.
Right.
This is why they left. It's not just saying like, oh, this happened to me,
right.
like
and last time you were
life,
last time you were on, it was about Clean and Nasty.
Yeah.
So this because if like we said off camera, if we don't talk about that, it's hard to bring
like the growth in like shows, and the reason like some shows got canceled is because Lance had my name in his mouth over something he didn't talk to me about.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be
so this gives people, your fans perspective too.
Like you know, so now I just
this is bringing full circle.
I do not mess with Lance. You know what I'm saying? Or Ugly. I don't support him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish everybody the best, but just, he did me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not going to support it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Never talked to him about it. Was supposed to be a friend. You know, and then, like, I feel some way about people who just left and never talked to me about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, Sybil, that one kind of hurt. I was like, damn, bro, like, you ain't even going to talk to me about the situation. You know? And you just left. You're like, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know. But my team is still there. You know what I'm saying? I still love my team. Like, that didn't really affect me much because I always feel like shit could go left, you know, with like people. I have a hard time trusting people. Like, y'all left, didn't even talk to me. I was like,
now the people that are part of the team, were they a part of the team then too? Like okay, they stuck around. Like, all right, I ain't gonna listen to the. You know what I'm
saying? And then like DJ, what the heck? Like he still does events and like. He has no issues with them. He has no issues with me. He don't really know the situation. He's still cool with me. I still, you know, had an event coming up, talking to him about it. We're cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those long discussions, like...
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
We're 2 hours in.
knowing all the moving parts of what actually happened, you know? Because even, like, after stuff happened, people were still thinking I'm cool with Lance or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Or cool with Ugly, and I'm like, oh, I don't. Like, some stuff happened, you know. And if I don't know them real well, like, the other day I met somebody, right? And they're like, yo, and they're telling me this. And I was like, oh, well, I don't really associate with Lance anymore. You know? Yeah. And I was like, I'm actually doing a podcast tomorrow. So this is yesterday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I was like, I'll link you to that, but it's...
Right, it's a long story.
It's a lot of stuff going on that would happen. But if he ain't done you wrong, that's your relationship.
Right.
You know?
It's not like you discourage.
No, because I'm not one to just like do that or bash somebody or like try to get people to hate somebody. It's just like which he did to me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Yo, don't fuck with this guy." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you. Like, he was saying, try to spin it like I came at Violet like she owed me sex or something like that. Like, which is fucking
wow. That's wild accusation, right?
Yeah, like I would do that, like, because he had talked to her and she used the word groping also, right? Which is the wrong word, you know what I'm saying? But we were cool, you know what I'm saying? So, being that she went through a lot of traumatic relationships, maybe she has different perspectives on things. I have no hate towards her or anything like that. I think she's a great person, you know. I think that got interpreted. I'm sorry if, you know, I could have did better. I did. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. You know?
Full circle, huh?
Yeah, like, no animosity or anything like that. Moving forward, after all that happened, still doing my thing. Kevin is somebody I skate with still. Like, he's really good. I skate with other people, too, like Damien. And he got, like, Flow for DGK. He's, like, one of my good friends. But, like, there's other people I skate with. But, like, I also have my team. You know what I'm saying? And the newest member is ATL. So after all this happened, now ATL is on. So he's like a promoter type.
Okay, yeah, I met ATL.
Yeah, so you met ATL.
Yeah, when you came when I was doing I was doing Mr. Perfect podcast that day.
Yeah. And still doing shows. Like, I was in Dallas. Like, you know, did a show at the Strip. Down here in San Antonio. Still making moves. Nobi Soprano, like a big brother to me. you know, showing me a
Nova
lot about the
Soprano,
game.
shout out Nova Soprano. Black Vamp.
yeah.
Vamp.
So, you know, and we make moves, and so the movement hasn't stopped, you know, but a lot of people did leave. I was putting in the spotlight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because they were...
You were trying to push them,
Yeah.
Well, like I said, that podcast where it was more of you pushing them as your artists and whatnot, a part of the brand, and you said that on the podcast, and you let them speak, because I know, because they came on the podcast because I knew you, and you brought them on and you gave them shine that they Little Giants and
no, for sure.
Civil.
As a top person, dude. I was like, y'all get shine. Like, I knew you prior, so I knew I would be able to come back on, you know. But I just wanted to get their name out there more. I was pushing them.
Yeah. And just based off of this podcast, I haven't really, like, it's not like, see, even you on this podcast could have, I haven't heard you, like, really down talk people. So, like, it sounds like you're saying your side of the story. Yeah. And you could have been like, nah, fuck them. I haven't heard that.
No, I'm not that type of person, man. But, yeah, and I can tell you, I don't associate with him anymore because what he did to me.
Yeah.
Had my name in his mouth,
you
know, and didn't talk to me about it. Like, that's ugly. And I guess that's...
Well, I'm glad you got that on your chest, man. Now you can direct them like...
and nasty.
Clean and nasty.
Clean and nasty.
I want to ask you about Black Vamp, though. How did that come about? Like, is it like a collaboration? Are you under Black Vamp as an artist? How does that work?
So, that's a Nova Soprano thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's been doing it for a long time. He started giving me shows way back in the day. You know, he had Club Groove. I would be playing shows over there. Like, and he put me on every week.
Yeah.
He liked the talent. He said if I wanted to represent, you know, Black Vamp, since then, like, we've been fucking with each other.
Yeah.
He hasn't, like, solidified, like, his Black Vamp thing, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, so it's no, as right now, it's like no
official contract, nothing like that.
Gotcha.
You know
more like
an ambassador type deal.
Collaboration.
Like, so, I fuck with him. I shout it out, you know. That's my
like alliance. Like
alliance. Yeah. You know, he knows I'm doing Clean and Nasty. He supports that too. Like, you know, we're like
conglomerate. Shit. Yeah. I got you.
But yeah, he's doing his thing. He's distributed by Empire now. He's doing things. Greatness. That's one of his partners in what he's doing right now. And
Greatness from out Florida.
Yeah. They're doing big things, and we got stuff in the works. You got stuff in the works. My people got, you know what I'm saying? My people doing things, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's get into the music now, man. Let people know what's to come. What's the next project? Let them know a little bit about your music history. Let's get into that.
All right. Well, we got a song coming out soon.
Yeah.
You got a project, and then I'm putting you on my newest project. That's Deliverance. Yours is what's your project?
Conquering My Demons.
Yeah.
Shout out also Papi Es Dinero, No Soul Ties. That's the project that Prophet is also on. It's one of the songs on my album, Conquering My Demons. And then I'm on your project,
Deliverance. Yeah. And everything's recorded at Bad Boy Studios. Shout out to Dragon. That's my guy. One of the best engineers I know. Quality, top notch. If y'all ever looking for any type of recording stuff, hit him up. But that's where I've been recording all my projects as far as like stuff that's available to like iTunes and Spotify, Amazon, all that. All the streaming platforms that I put on. Because I have a bunch of mixtape stuff, you know? So my mixtape stuff, let me pull up the list. Because I have a deep catalog.
Yeah.
Like from where I came from, you know? So my first tape was Straight Profit. And that was PROFIT, like money, straight money.
Oh, that's how it was
spelled
before.
No, well, it was a entendre, right? Because I'm Profit, but Profit like PRO.
Oh, that was the name of the mixtape.
The mixtape was like, oh, this is straight money. Like, it's music, it's rapping, like, this is what it is, Straight Profit, right?
Gotcha.
So, then it was Tracks of the Trade, Sparking Blunt, Spitting Raps, and that was a strictly freestyle mixtape that we did. Street Discussion, The Untold Truth, The Apocalypse. And The Apocalypse, I did that one. You know, like when the whole thing was happening, like, oh, the apocalypse is going to be like 12/21/2000 or something like that.
Mm.
So what I did I was like, no, that's real, and I dropped the Apocalypse right when it was said to happen.
That's funny.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, it's real.
That ties
the
in.
Apocalypse happened, right?
Yeah.
I dropped the...
Right. I got you. Interesting.
Yeah, after that, I have like a bunch of... I have a mixtape ready to go right now. It's called Mortal God. I just haven't released it, because...
Okay, so it has all the tracks and everything for this mixtape.
There's another one, that unreleased, that I put some singles out, but I haven't put the whole project out. Mortal God, I still want to put it out. They're old tracks, fire songs though, you know.
Now, like, do you feel like if you don't put them out in a certain time, you think they would get outdated because of certain things you said, or you feel as though they're timeless?
No, I feel it's timeless because the way I've always felt about like my music is if I'm keeping it real in a song, then people go through like in ways the same thing. So you're gonna be able to relate to what I'm saying because I keep it real. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be like, oh nah.
When did you start
my perspective, dude? Like before, that was after the Apocalypse, right?
Okay.
But like there was tracks that I worked on before. You know what I'm saying? Like you saved some tracks for the next time and stuff like that. So
see what fits where.
Yeah. So this is after Apocalypse. Still in the background because this is around the time I got with Dragon. And when I got with Dragon, the quality, everything's different.
Yeah, Dragon, Bad Vibe Studios.
Yeah, that is the place to go. Yeah, so I ended up winning one of the contests for Novocaine. He would do all the shows, right? So, and I had been jumping in this contest, and I wouldn't win. You know what I'm saying? And the one I did win was probably the best one to win because this dude let that boy cook. He giving away 5 free exclusive beats, you know, with all that, and he like made tracks for like Rick Ross and stuff like that.
Fire.
He had like, you know, stuff under his belt, like known producer and all that. So I won this. Once I won these tracks, I was like, okay, well these aren't mixtape, you know, type stuff, and I need to go to a legit studio. My friend showed me Dragon a long time ago, right? And he's like, if you ever want to be serious about your stuff, go there, right? I went over there, and you know how Dragon keeps it. Like, if you're recording there, you can say who goes there and who can't, right? So, for even me to check it out, like, Dragon talked to one of the artists there. He's like, hey, is it cool if Prophet comes and, you know, just checks out?
Yeah, that's one of his rules.
Yeah, no, he keeps it very professional. So, luckily, I was able to check it out during the session of the artist, so thank him, too. And I knew, I was like, once I get my stuff I could put everywhere, I'm going here, right? And I ended up doing Conscious Mind.
Nice.
And Conscious Mind itself was a project that I wanted to be completely sober in, to where I was a month clean off of everything before I even wrote anything down for this project. You know, because I wanted to be conscious.
You really wanted, you wanted.
I wanted to be conscious mind, like
you wanted to embody your,
like
what you're.
I wasn't inebriated in any way, like, and say I was working on it for 5 months, and I decided, you know, to partake in something, right? Like, let's say I smoked some weed, right? Then I wouldn't write anything for that project until I was clean.
That's wild, man.
And I did this,
I know that took a lot.
Yeah, no, for sure. And because it's like, where does your mind go? Like, if you're not thinking about, oh, let me go get a drink, or I want to go smoke. Like, what's your mind thinking about now, right? So I wanted to clear my mind for like a month from stuff before I'm like, okay, this is the project. And then work on it like that. And I was able to put that thing together with those 5 beats I had won in the contest.
Wow.
You know, so that was Conscious
Was
Mind.
that an EP or?
Yeah, it was an EP.
Okay.
So that was my first, like, one that was on all streaming platforms. Then after that...
Man, that's pretty dope. Like, that's, like, to actually take it that far, to actually, like, no, it's not just conscious mind, conscious rap. No, I'm fully conscious and writing this music.
Like, even a cigarette. Like, if I smoke one, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was...
You give yourself some time.
I gave myself 30 days.
That's crazy.
Like, I was like...
That's
because... And it was 30 days because I was like, well, weed gets out of your system in 30 days. So, like, even if I would smoke a cigarette, 30 days without it, and then I could write to this album.
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
And I even did
shit like that.
Yeah, and I even did an interview. That's on...
is this on Spotify? Everything?
Spotify, iTunes.
Apple.
Conscious Mind's on all streaming platforms.
Cool. That's an EP, 5 songs?
Yeah, and I still perform songs from that to this day.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like, because they're fire. Like, Then I got Mandela Effect. So Mandela Effect.
You
is
spoke a little bit on
yeah.
that on the last podcast with you and
So that was the latest one that I dropped. I don't know, had I dropped it yet, or was I about to drop it? I don't even know. I think I already had dropped it.
Yeah, I think you dropped it. I think you did say you dropped it.
Yeah, I did have dropped it. All right. So, yeah. So that's another one. And ever since I recorded at Dragons, I was like, this is where I gotta record my stuff. Like anything that's professional to me, you know, I don't know of a better place. So.
And are you going to Dragons for like everything now, like mixtapes too, or just
no.
like EPs, albums that stuff's gonna be on Spotify?
Well, I still wanna
singles like.
I don't know, how does that even work? If it's a mixtape, can you put it on Spotify?
So it depends, because you know, well, we kind of a long way from what mixtapes were. So now mixtape, like back in the day, you know, mixtapes could have had other people's instrumentals and so it depends on how you're creating your mixtape. If you're creating your mixtape with all your own instrumentals and everything, then you can put it on
I'm talking
platforms.
about like taking the hit song right now, like $1 Million Baby.
Well, see like that. So it's a great area because you gotta get shit cleared. So like like I know people use it and do it, but if it's not cleared and it blows up or something like that,
you can get backlash.
Get sued, shit like that. So it's a great area.
Yeah. So if it's mixtape stuff, I'll just throw it up like on SoundCloud. I want to release all my mixtapes again on SoundCloud because they used to be on Dat Piff. And I tried looking them up yesterday.
Oh yeah, that Piff is like long. Yeah. And that Piff used to be
dude, I was dropping all my mixtapes on there.
And I think I lost a lot of material on that Piff.
Yeah, but I still have all my files and stuff, and I have like in sections like of all the tracks and stuff, so I could re-release them. And there's like 6. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
So, dude, timeless music to me. Like I hear them, and like it brings you back to like where you were when you like wrote it, or you know the things that were going on during that time. I love music for that. But yeah, so I need to start doing that. I need to go on SoundCloud. I've been debating on how to release it. Do I just do a song every day, or I drop a mixtape every week? I should just do that, right? Until I'm caught up.
Yeah.
And then like
it's funny you say it like that because like I'm kind of like I actually have I found a computer with like old shit, and there's some stuff that I'm like that I revamped, and I'm like, oh, I can make this new, and like you said earlier, timeless. I'm like, I look for those timeless songs that you can hear back then and now, and you can tell those songs when you're like, oh, this can always be heard.
Yeah.
And then there's some songs that I'm like, okay, I know this was this era, just because of a punchline I said or something like that, and I wouldn't bring that back. But like I'm kind of like in a similar process. Like I'm turning like old mixtape stuff or stuff. It could become new, rewrite, build.
Yeah. See, and I could do that.
Shit like that.
I could do that, and I thought about that, and it's like, well, why am I going to put so much work into re-putting the stuff out? Like it sounds good enough, and it can show my growth where I was, and that's why it would be like on SoundCloud. Because I'm not.
For they can see, boom, boom.
Because also I can't use this stuff,
stuff like that,
It's stuff like there were hit songs. Some were hit songs, and I just like spit a verse on it. Like Wayne was just killing everything,
Right.
So I wanted to do like just get beats that
at the time
that weren't mine, and I would rap on them.
Yeah.
I'm not
that
gonna
was
make
the
money off of
mistake.
it.
Yeah,
I was gonna make money off it. It's just promotion wise, Have
you thought about doing mixtapes like that now, where you just?
Yeah, I thought about it. Time is the hardest factor because it's like I got so much stuff going on now. I've got kids, taking care of them. I got to make sure everything's right.
And it takes a lot to put a project out, man.
Before, dude, I have my own studio there at my place. I record myself and I'd be there all day, just like mixing.
That definitely takes
mixing
time.
all that.
And that's another bright side by going to Dragon Studio. Like
it's time,
right? Like all the stuff. That's what you pay for, right?
Yeah.
You pay for the clear quality, the good sound, but you also pay for the time.
Yeah,
because
so
if you do it yourself,
hours on this track, and
exactly.
Dragon could be in there, and
this is what he does.
This is what he does. The best way to do it, and he's gonna do his thing on it.
Yeah, he cooks up. He definitely cooks up.
Quality is top notch.
So for this this new project you got coming out, Deliverance. Like what are you aiming for the audience to see? As far as, like you said earlier, your growth, like what do you want them to see in this project? What do you want to show your fans? What do you want to show the people that are just looking at, oh, this is Prophet, I heard him for the first time. What are you showing all these people? What do you want to portray?
What do I want to portray?
With this project?
With this project, so it's called Deliverance, and basically it's being free, right? And I guess to be delivered, or, deliverance is free.
Being set free,
Yeah. So with the world and how it's going, social media, substances, like things that will have a stronghold on you, right? Is not letting these things have a stronghold on you. Being able to be your true self and be free. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, people partake in what they partake. Everyone's their own individual and everyone got their own path, but be free in your path. Deliverance. And this is, from time and time, I've worked on myself. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, as I get older, I self-reflect on things. And I've gone through periods where I'm completely sober, like I said on that thing. The next one, Mandela effect, I would indulge a little bit, but Mandela effect was also like, how do you remember things? Because some people remember me just completely sober. Some people remember me if I drank with them.
You talk about
and
that
they
on
don't
the
know.
podcast.
Yeah, and they don't know, now, so it was kind of like a play off the Mandela effect, like, oh, nah, you should be like this. And you're like, dude, I don't remember him like that, because I was, figuring myself out, learning what my mind is thinking about, and, like, does this have a stronghold on me? You know what I'm saying? Like, and going through several periods of, abstinence or like complete sobriety, going on that, and no, these things don't have a hold on me, and getting to that point of dealing with the world, social media, everything, being like, this stuff doesn't have a hold on me. I'm a genuine person. You meet me, you know it. Like, anybody who knows me, been around me, like, they know how I am,
And for this project right here, where like, is it? Are you sober on this project, or is whatever is in and out? It like you wasn't really focused on that when it came down to Deliverance.
So before I started recording Deliverance, I'd been working on it, and I'm gonna say that because I was working on it for a long time. Most of it was done completely sober because I just chose to live like that. I really enjoy sobriety. You feel the best. Like, you feel really great. You have like great energy. You can recall things really well. It's the best way to live. Honestly, that's how I believe. So, Deliverance, I was like, okay, yeah, I enjoy living how I'm living. I'm not very much on social media unless I'm promoting like entertainment stuff. So that stuff I'm not worried about likes. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff, I felt like none of these things have a hold on me.
Yeah.
Right? So this way, Deliverance, right? But also, I was working on a song, and I had felt even going up to it, like, should I partake, like, even in smoking and stuff like that? Because I had been, like, sober for, like, a year and a half, completely, right? Year and a half. And, Sean, who's a feature on Deliverance, right? We were just in the studio cooking up something because I was telling Dragon, hey, we're freestyling this one. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make this track. So he made a hook.
So this was like kind of from scratch in the studio.
And so he made a hook in the studio talking about being crossfaded. So like drinking and smoking. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to jump on this song, but I'm going to get crossfaded because I don't want to do that. And I was like, and I'm free to do so. It doesn't have a stronghold on me. Like, so I am free to do all this stuff. Now, is that how necessarily I want to live in general? No. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't, I'm not withheld from like partaking. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like having these strongholds on you. Some people, like, you drink a little bit and you just spin off. You know what I'm saying? You got to have control of yourself. You know, there's a lot with discipline. Working out helps a lot. If you wake up in the morning just to work out, it sets you like disciplined, right?
Yeah, no, I agree.
These things, like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not gonna have a hold on me. Same time, like I can have a drink over here if I want to. I don't have to. How do I want to live it, right? Yeah. So it's living free, right? Like, I don't have to drink. I don't have to do this. I don't have to do that. But so I did partake in some songs.
And the song is Faded. What is it called? Not faded. Crossfaded. Yeah. So crossfaded.
So it was an authentic thing.
Right.
I was like, well, and I felt maybe I should, and I was like, dang, I don't know, because I've been sober for like a year and a half.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, like completely sober. So I was like, dang, I don't even know if I should. And then when you did that, I was like, all right, I was feeling like it, and this is the sign, right? I'm like, all right, so I did that, and so part of it, some not, some yes. Like, had songs already completely written, and then other ones I was still working on. You know what I'm saying? So it's everywhere.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How many songs are on this project?
12.
12 altogether.
This is an album. The other ones I've been releasing are like EPs.
Is this your first album?
Yes, I would say yeah.
Okay, first LP.
Because the other ones are too short.
You was actually showing me some tracks earlier. It's coming out dope. I'm liking the project so far. And there was a prayer on there, a 6-minute prayer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell people about that, man.
So shout out to Jada. So she went in there and she did a prayer for the song because Deliverance, being free. Also, you know, when people let go, let God, right? They're free from it. You know, so that's another thing. You know, God bless, bro. You know, in Jesus' name, amen. For real, like, please help me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all the energy. However you want to,
need it. Yeah.
However you want to interpret it, there's this force, right? You know, people will call it God. People, you know, call it other things, but she calls it Abba, right?
Abba Father. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Yeshua or Yeshua, right?
Yeah.
There's different names and all that, but it's like the spirit, this, all that. So, right, I'm real with that. Like, I want to help make the world a better place so we grow and prosper. That's my thing because I think about my children when I leave this earth, like the impact I'm leaving, you know, and that's what pushes a lot of my music. It's like, I want to do what I can to help make this world a better place for future generations because this music's going to last forever. Like, you can hear songs on YouTube from like 15 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's still there. So, my stuff will still be there. Unless it's that piff and they just put me up.
Right. Well, then you're going to re-upload it to SoundCloud, right?
Yeah. But yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, for sure. You know? I feel like this music's always going to be out there. Right? So, it's my way to help. You know, because every little thing happens. It's like a pebble going through water. It affects the whole tank, right? Drops the pressure, everything. It's like we're moving through this world.
Yeah.
The way we move affects everything in the small, minuscule way. But it does.
What's your process for writing music?
It's a feeling I get. And, and I'll write or vent. I have to get it out. There have been times in my life where I'm like, it just hit like, no, I have to do this right now. Like, it's just the spirit in me. It's like, dude, I have to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
even if you have writer's block, you're like, do you force yourself? Or?
No, it's not even that. It's like, it's just my spirit, I would guess. Like, you know, just got to get it out, you know? Writer's block, I mean, if I don't really think too much about it because I can freestyle, you know, so it's like I can't really have writer's block if I could just freestyle, you know, but there's different parts of the brain I believe you use like when you're writing and you're freestyling, you know? Like some people will even like freestyle something and then like go back, listen to it and write it down, you know, there's different ways to make music. I could freestyle, I like writing, doing that. If you feel like strongly about something, it kind of just pours out of you. If you're focusing on like saying a certain message, you can sit more and think about it and, you know, revise, edit, all that stuff. And so it's just how I'm feeling, how I'm expressing myself, the way that I'm reflecting of the life that I've walked, you know, to others. So how they receive it is how they receive it. Music is up for interpretation. That's what I love. Some words that I say may hit you differently and affect your life than exactly how I meant it. But these words, because they have double entendres, triple entendres, and maybe the other way it means hit you harder than how I meant it. But like for some reason, it all connects. I'm being real.
Yeah,
you know
right. So like because I know I've had personal songs where I was like, damn, I just did a fucking double entendre, and then my boy be like, damn, bro, I can't believe you did that because you said, damn, I didn't even mean that, but if he goes there,
and it affected him, right?
Yeah, and it hit him. I'm like, damn, now I can say that's kind of like what I meant without meaning it because it works. Like if you hear it, like that shit works.
There's some things you can say like, whoa, I didn't even see my own lyrics like that. Yeah. You're like, exactly, because it's up for interpretation. That's what music is, you know? Yeah. And that's the best part of it, man. Like, I love that I could just express myself and how I mean it, and it could mean different things to other people.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like and it affects you, and it's all in a positive light to like prosper and grow and make the world a better place. Like from my experiences and how I see them and my interpretation. Like,
how do you come up with the name Prophet?
I was in my backyard and I was just walking to my uncle's house and I had like an epiphany and and I was just like,
Epiphany.
I swear, I was like, it's prophet. I was like, oh, it's prophet. Like that.
Just like that.
Yeah, I was
That's hilarious.
before that. I was Mixtape Bethel, but it
They
just
say, but yeah, you didn't talk about this on the last podcast.
after yeah, I was Mixtape Bethel, and then I became prophet.
For this project, what 2 to 3 songs you would tell like the audience to look out for when it drops? Like, check out these songs as soon as it drops.
I haven't even really named the songs.
Mhm.
So, but I would say there's Let Me Down. No, actually, it's Don't Let Me Down.
Don't Let Me Down.
Yeah. So, yeah, because words have powerful meanings too,
Yeah.
right? So, me just saying Let Me Down
Right.
is like telling you to let me down. But if I say,
Yeah.
Don't let me down.
Yeah.
Don't let me down. So, like,
It says that in the Bible too. Like,
yeah.
words are powerful.
Yeah, for real.
Proverbs.
And you know, it's funny. People always, like, things I say, people always reference the Bible. Like, oh, like it says in the Bible. And I'm like, oh, it does? Like, and this is just me, like, working on bettering myself and what I understand. But I do need to read the Bible. I haven't read the Bible through and throughout. But apparently a lot of things I say, like the Bible. Like, I don't know. It's weird. But I'm prophet, too. I'm prophet, right? Like, I don't know. But I'm
Could be a spirit speaking to you, man.
Yeah.
Speaking through you.
Something with my spirit, man. I have a burning passion for making this music, to get a message out, to, you know, make my difference or do my part, what it is, I guess. Like, people say they have a calling. It's like, yo, this is just what I got to do. I've been doing it for so long, and this is really the only thing that makes sense to me. Like, making the music, and it's timeless, right?
Yeah.
And like, what, 2 Chainz blew up when he was like 40? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, before,
Like,
that, it was Teddy Boy.
Yeah.
It was Teddy Boy, so he wasn't really, you know.
And it's crazy.
It's when he became 2 Chainz is where he actually, I would say like Duffelback Boy. When Lil Wayne was the feature on there.
So it's crazy, like, how quick something can happen.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. So, what was the name of that song? Don't Let Me Down?
Yeah, Don't Let Me Down.
Okay.
And then, Get Your Money Right.
Get Your Money Right.
That's the song you're on.
Yeah.
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
So still working on certain features, maybe on that song. That was not finalized, but I know you're for sure on it. It's gonna be a fire song. And another one, I don't have the name of the song.
Right, you're still working on it.
Yeah, like, but I know what
Still
song
in
it is.
process,
I can tell you the name of the beats. You know what I'm saying? The beats had their own names. It was Stretch and Offset. But, like, those are the names of the beats. But not going to be the final name of the song.
Gotcha.
But there's a lot of stuff on there.
Well, when's this album being released? When's you got an estimated date?
By the end of the year. That is my estimation. That's all I can say right now. Because I still need a...
You know they say that's the worst time to release an album? At the end of the year?
Do they? Yeah, because then you can't be in all, like, the statistics of, like, what was the album of the year. It's like, oh, this had this many streams. You start in January, you can gain all the way. And you're in December, it's like, or November, it's like the last little bit, and you're like, well...
Yeah, I was like, I was thinking about it like with mine, because I'm releasing mine in October, and I know they say once you hit November, it's like it gets real tricky. And I even thought about it, damn, maybe I should release it in like January, February, because October is my birthday year, and then Conquering My Demons is like like scary month.
Well, I would say whenever I feel like when the time is right, and don't worry about everything else, right? That's a stronghold in yourself. You're like, well, I need to wait because not everybody's gonna be ready. Like now you're abiding by like what everything is, right? Whenever you feel it,
like you said earlier, that stronghold and shit.
Yeah, so that's like planting your seed when the harvest is ripe. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because things are to come after that, and that's why you feel you should do it now because things are to come that you feel that you don't even understand, right? So you do it when you feel it's right, and that's where it was supposed to happen. You know, that's like following the Holy Spirit or what, like your intuition, or you know what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like
So what made you push for a album instead of an EP, like you did prior?
Well, because I hadn't done an album, and I thought I was doing albums. No.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, I thought I think 7 was. After 7, it would classify as an album, but I think it's like 11 or something like that.
No, it is after 6. It's after 6. Yeah, it's
Okay,
after
so-
6. They
yeah.
classify.
So the first
as
one.
album.
So okay. So the Mandela Effect's an album. 'Cause it's
Okay, so it's how many songs?
7.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So technically, like Spotify,
Yeah.
Apple Music, they
Yeah.
start categorizing it as an album. But then again, like even like because
But like
artists
back
even,
in the day.
and artists even say that too. Like they're like sometimes they're like, oh, they drop an album, but they're like, oh no, this is just a mixtape or this is an EP. But what the technical album is
How many tracks?
So and then you as a creative, I guess, could determine like, oh no, this is my EP or this is my album. But if you want to get technical, it's Spotify, Apple, they categorize it as, I believe it's after 6 songs.
Yeah, and shout out Trung because he produced all the beats on the Mandela Effect, and he produced all the beats on Deliverance.
Trung, is that a local producer?
No, he's a producer from overseas. He's
Oh, Trung.
Yeah.
Okay, Trong or
Trungng.
okay.
Yeah, and he's doing his thing. He got some amazing sounding instrumentals, and he believed in me back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I actually met him because I was just like pulling instrumentals. I talked to Dragon. He's like, "Yo, you need to find like yourself a producer." And I was like, "All right." And my way of doing it, I was like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna get random beats and then spit on them and then tag the producers and stuff, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And then so Trump was one of them. Yo, that sounds fire. And I was like, "Yo, I'm looking to do these songs." And then so with Mandela Effect, he actually like just gave me beats.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that's dope. That's
Yeah,
dope.
and I was like,
That's
"Dude,
dope.
you're a blessing, dude."
That's dope.
Like,
No, that's
thank
dope.
you for believing in me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so because of him, I was able to do Mandela Effect because beats could get really expensive if you're trying to buy them exclusive rights and stuff like that. So on Deliverance, I was able to give him some money for the beats because I do want to help him.
Yeah.
And so
He's looking out for you.
looking out for him. So he'll feature on all the tracks because that's how it pops up on his like Spotify page as well.
Yeah.
So he's featured on there as an artist.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, like, you know, and that's worldwide already. Like,
Well, as an
we're
artist,
from
as a
America to
producer.
Japan as a producer.
Yeah. So
But I had to redo Mandela Effect because when I first put him on there, because I put him only as a producer, it didn't go on his Spotify page. But when you put him as an artist, it'll go on his Spotify page. So then, like, his fans could see what projects he's on and stuff like that. So,
Gotcha.
So now I feature him on like that.
Gotcha. So you do your own. You said you're publishing, and you have actually under the brand is you're
ASCAP.
You're a publisher.
I went with ASCAP, so I get royalties from a nonprofit, and I made myself a publisher. So I became a writer, you know, and then a publisher. So I had to become a publisher to even put out the project. Yeah. So the publisher name is Clean and Nasty.
Gotcha. That's so everything's under Clean and Nasty. Okay.
Yeah. So
and the artists you work with, is that what you publish under Clean and Nasty?
yeah.
Too, or?
Like if I'm working with artists, every project that we're putting out is being published by Clean and Nasty. You know, so it's a brand.
Yeah. Okay. So when it comes down to music, what do you look for personally when you listen to other people's music, other artists' music?
Things that hit your soul, man. You feel it. That's what.
Gotcha. Do you have like a favorite singer?
Favorite singer?
Yeah, there's like that touched you since you say hit the soul.
Oh, I can't really. I don't know. Like I just enjoy like a bunch of singers. Adele comes to mind, where she was hitting some notes. I was like, whoa, she was going deep. But I mean,
how about a rapper? Favorite rapper?
Favorite rapper? Dude, I mean, Lil Wayne, I think is the GOAT. One of the greatest of all time, for sure. Just because you could just tell it's his soul just speaking. Like he got on so many things.
Yeah, Weezy always been in my top 5.
Yeah.
So, when it comes down to, I know we spoke a little bit off camera, but when it comes down to these projects, I know also you said that you're making the timeless music. When you're in the writing process, you're creating, like, what made you be like, oh, this is going on my album versus this might be saved for later, or, you know what I'm saying? How does that look like?
Just a feeling, you know, what I feel like should be on here and shouldn't be on here. Which is a lot of even the way I think, which was brought up to me, like one of my my ex, the one that I had my most recent job with. Yeah, apparently she thinks in like a bunch of words, right?
What you mean?
I don't know, like when you're thinking about something.
What you mean she thinks in a bunch of words?
Like, well, I'm gonna grab this cup right here. I'm like thinking of words. Like me, like the way I think is like more just feelings. I'm like,
You don't think of words?
Not a lot, no.
So what you think of pictures like, or video?
No, it's like it's just a feeling I get, and it's like this is how I feel. Like, and I don't know, it has to do with maybe skateboarding as well, because like you're not really thinking. You're just like, oh, I got to do it like this. You know what I'm saying? But like the words aren't really there. You know, which is strange because I could freestyle, right? I could put words to it. You know, so yeah. So like a lot of things that I do are just like based off feelings, right? Like I'm like, okay.
So you're saying you mostly think in feeling?
Yeah, I interpret the feelings that I'm having, but a lot of it is not in words, and maybe because my first language used to be Spanish, and now it's like English. You know, maybe like switching over, I just had to know what was what, like, and then like articulate it, like, oh, say it in Spanish, say it in English, but it's more like a feeling, or like I have feelings about things, like how do I know that this one? I just feel like this should be on here. Oh, I gotta say this for the other one.
Yeah, you've been saying that a lot too, like feeling.
Yeah, like I just
feeling. Do you talk about Spanish? Do you have any Spanish tracks on this album?
No, I don't. Which I should indulge more in my Spanish side, but further projects.
Maybe
sure,
yeah.
Sure.
When you get that feeling.
When I get that feeling.
yeah.
When I get that thrill.
Hey, it's the thrill. Do you have any like collaboration, Clean and Nasty, like albums coming out or EPs?
There have been some in talks, but nothing out yet. So.
Is it like hard to get everyone together to?
I think in general, just even as me as an artist, like how I like work on music, it's harder for me to get somebody on the track because it's like I'll be moving at my own pace, and like if you didn't get it in time or something like that, not that you had the full intentions of doing it or you couldn't, but time passes and this thing has to get out now, so if you didn't make it,
deadlines,
yeah, and I got it recorded already. You weren't there for the recording session,
and then you're paying for time. Adds up.
Definitely, can move that way.
So, do you plan on shooting music videos for? Like, do you have in mind like what you're shooting music videos for on this project, or are you looking to shoot for everything, or?
I mean, ideally, I would love to shoot for everything, but time is money.
Time and money,
Money got a budget type deal, but there's definitely certain ones that I want to shoot music videos for.
Gotcha. How is usually your process when it comes down to dropping a music video, or
or
the creative process in general?
Well, I had help with from some videographers. The one that shot one of my singles, The Journey, Silas, really good videographer, and he showed me a lot that goes into videography, just like the thought process behind it, like when you're thinking about different angles and stuff like that. Like even like when you're going, or when you have an idea for a music video and it wants to be in this location, he was telling me, oh, where's the sun gonna be, stuff like that. I'm like,
detail.
I was like, whoa,
very
detailed. Really think about everything, and how having reflectors and stuff like that for lighting. Like you got a reflector right here, and it's like for shadows and lighting. Like I wouldn't think about that stuff. So but now I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna need some of the angles, reflectors, and all this stuff. And obviously you could do it without it, and it's just quality to things, and a lot that goes into it. But it now I think more in depth about location, what time of day is it, who's gonna be there, all more details about it. Because before I would guerrilla shoot, I'd just be like, all right, we're here, let's film. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, when most people do anything, even for movies, everyone in the scene is part of the scene and knows they are. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
Right, detail.
Yeah. Anybody, if you shoot, in the club, everyone knows that they're being recorded. Yeah. It's part of the, it's a whole...
Everyone usually have contracts.
Yeah, that's what directors are for.
But that's good. Yeah, when you told me about it was Silas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you told me about before, you were saying how detailed he was.
Yeah, he's someone great to work with.
You'll be using him on this upcoming project?
Possibly, yeah.
Gotcha.
I believe so.
Gotcha. Is he like the main one you've been working with recently, like as far as videographer, or is there?
I would say so. Like I've only shot one professional music video, and it was through him. So
okay, so everything else is pretty much.
Yeah, the other one like I did myself, but I took pointers from Silas, so he helped me.
Gotcha.
As far as saying like, oh, you want to get like close-up angles, far angles, just so you can see the scenery. It like gives you the feel that you're actually there,
Yeah.
like and what certain things you can edit a video to make you feel and stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, like, it's a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that,
Yeah.
But so with his influence, I was able to edit my own music video, and I don't came out pretty good. But yeah, I didn't have the whole shebang of like certain cameras and
Yeah. Doing what you got to do.
Yeah, do what I did.
What
Yeah.
you got. Yeah, no, I definitely understand that.
And it's good to just get things out.
You're getting it's content. It's all
Yeah,
content.
for sure.
Especially if it's like, oh, either I'm gonna do this now like this, or I'm not gonna probably drop this video at all. It's like, all right, let me get this out here. Like, let me get the people something to look at.
Yeah.
Now, back to Brandon. We got your shirts up here, clean and nasty. You want to speak to the people on the merch?
Yeah. So working on getting merch. These are some rough cuts, but we got some shirts. We're getting them in. I still want to change a couple things on the front. So the front's like this. I'm gonna do a couple more changes. So these are like mock-ups, but merch coming soon. Got stickers. So get you some stickers.
Clean and nasty.
I should be getting shirts very soon though, because I got a show in Manor, Texas. I'll talk to you about it. Some lunar event, but a family-friendly event, and I got a lot of music that fits that. So I'm gonna go perform over there.
Do you plan on doing a tour when you drop the album?
I would love to do a tour
Yeah.
if everything can get worked out
Right.
to do a tour.
Everything right now is just
Yeah, because you got to make sure your family's good, and if they're not paying me to go out there, I can't go out there.
Right.
Or if I don't have it covered to go out there, I can't go out there. So yeah, if I could get paid to go out these places, I would, and bring my family.
Right.
I would.
How does that look for you now? Do you get paid for a lot of shows you do? Do you or like because and when I say pay, it doesn't mean just them paying you. It could be ticket sales, like you selling tickets. Like how do you go about that? Do you do free shows? Like how does that like work for you right now?
So there's certain people I know, like just in the industry right now, where I can go and do shows. Like the Variety Lux. I know Edgar there. He says I could set up a show when I want. Carrie from Happy Place Bar. I even know Cassie and Ari from Bar 7. So I can set up shows at these locations. I just got to work out the details. But
Carrie, that's the owner of Happy Place, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I actually got her on I'm about to drop that podcast. She's one of the interviews. We did Ganja Fest on episode 62, the one before this, and she's the last interview was closing. I'm like, let's get you.
Yeah, she's really
she
good.
Seemed cool. She's
really
seemed open.
Yeah. So now I'm more of like setting up my own events because it really is hard to get like paying gigs.
Well, that's a form of getting paid because you're setting up your events.
So if I'm setting up the whole show, promoting the show, then I can like sell tickets and do that.
Yeah.
Or there's different things you can work out with the owners on how like it could be lucrative for both parties.
Right.
So those are things that you discuss with them. Every situation's different, but also like when I host events and I have artists on there, I want them to get paid. So I normally work a deal out to where we can sell tickets, and then people can keep the money for the tickets. So if you're selling tickets for yourself, you don't have to pay for them. Like I'll give you tickets, you sell them, you make your money off of it, get paid like that, and you can bring a crowd out, you can make some money for going out. At least you won't be in debt. You'll be like, making something.
Right.
If it's,
and instead of paying to play, you're
because when I first came up, like actually my first show I ever did was in Austin, and it was a paid gig.
Yeah.
Like and because I was selling tickets and I didn't have to do that, so it was something similar, and so I was able to make money like by selling some tickets and going to Austin, and there's some places where you pay. Like just because there's a big artist or something, so you may pay just to get the exposure in that scene.
Certain
so
times
that
you may have
too.
to.
Yeah, for sure. But if you decide to run your own event, then you can be the one setting the rules how you want, essentially, right? Is it free at the door? Is it $5 at the door? $10? You know, are the artists going to get tickets themselves? Or are they just promoting it? Are you paying them to come? Are they paying you to come? Like, how much is it going to cost? You got to think about, like, the bartenders. They're got to get paid. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're going to rent the whole place out, or you're going to do percentages, or you're going to, you know, like, there's so much. Because you could bring a lot of business. Everyone's making money.
Facts.
That's all how you do it.
Oh, yeah. So, give something to the people about when it comes down to, like, the music, maybe something you learned throughout this, your music journey in general. Maybe you could drop jewels for other artists that probably don't even, like, they haven't experienced what you experienced yet. Maybe you could drop a little jewels for them.
I would say just understanding yourself. You know, that's the best thing. Like, if you could be the best you, that's how you're going to help people out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of people, sometimes they do too much for people, I would say. And I'm not trying to say, like, don't do stuff for people. But if you help people out so much to where you're burdening yourself and you're not doing those other people any justice, because now you can't give them the best deal. You got to make sure you're good to, like, help others. So understand yourself, take care of yourself so you could be there and help others as you want to.
I know I've asked this on the last podcast, but that might have been updated. As far as the top 5 artists in San Antonio, right now, this day and age, who are they?
Well, yourself. I mean, me. I would say you too.
I appreciate it.
Novi Soprano.
Novi, shout out Novi.
Mizzo, 448, Purpose the Musician. Steezy DMV, he's good. He's here locally now.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah. High Strung, too. He's pretty good.
Yeah, High Strung dope.
Yeah.
High Strung dope.
Yeah, I mean.
Dope.
Some local artists.
Anything you want to give to the people before we close it out? Anything you want to drop? Anything you want to say? I know you let out a lot.
Yeah.
You let out a lot.
So, I would say life is about balance, right? That's why there's yin and yang, right?
Mm.
So, be clean, but be a little nasty, too. Clean and nasty.
Clean and nasty. And I always bring this question up. I know you answered it before, but it might be different. What is your current thrill?
Current thrill is my family, I would say. Just, yeah.
Dope. All right. Appreciate you, Prophet, man, for the Throw Podcast, episode 63. Look out for the album, Deliverance, coming soon. I'm on his album, Get Your Money Right.
Yeah.
He's on my album, No Soul Ties is that song. Gotta check him out.
Conquering the Demon.
Help conquer my demons. For Throw, episode 63. Appreciate it, man.
Sheesh.
How you feel about it?
Good. I know it's gonna take a while to edit. Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. That shit was.
I move just fine, trust me. So much work for y'all. Elect me to be the dope man serving y'all. You can spend your last 5, it's worth it, y'all. Cause so much work for y'all. I know this economic depression hurting y'all, but I got so much work for y'all. Once the clientele popping, I'm setting up shop and knocking my